Welcome back to Flat Today with your host, Marticus von Doolittle. Today is going to be very epic. I hope you have a very good time while you're here. This is going to be live, so there will be a bit of audience participation, I hope, today. Dog lovers are going to love this, and I think there's something behind this because I've done a deep dive and I put, which I'm going to share with you, and I put all of these puzzle pieces together, and I'm like, what? This is crazy. So I'm going to share it with you now. It's going to be good. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of really juicy images, and it's going to be story time. It's going to be epic. So yeah, really excited. Flat Day shirt. Who let the dogs out? Woo, 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 woo. Check this out though. Let me just check my volumes are in order. So yeah, Dr. Dolittle. I used to love that when I was a kid, because I always had a thing about talking to the animals and how cool it would be. I'm not just talking about, you'll say, oh yeah, my dog talks, my cat talks to me. Yeah, Tilly the cat out the street talks to me, but I don't sit down and have an intellectual discourse with any animals. In the past, somebody just said, is this in the golden era? Well, very possibly, because it's not in this reset, okay? It is in a reset further back. Cryptids appear in documents right the way up until the 1700s. Now, they do say cryptids are in the realm of mythos, but I collect books about such monsters, which I'm going to present one tonight, and it states that these things are actually real, and it gives dates of their appearances, etc., like that they're real. So why are there so many of these books? And the plethora of images that I'm going to show you now, and all the narratives behind religion, and this is all going to slide in nicely to the the Phoenician maritime Vatican connection, which is mermaids and sirens. Okay, behind all of this, you do see priests with a fish hat. Okay, there may be a reason for that. We're going to get into that through some translations from an old book. What Pliny said about the Cenosophias, which are dog-headed people with dog heads. Yeah, they had a bit of a rough life. Woof. But not only dogs, I think pigs and bears and kangaroos and other animals. Now, I noticed a while ago, right? Yeah, I absolutely adore animals. Dogs are just so awesome. But they came in this place with it all the knowledge they needed, everything. And they seem to be even though they're not saying anything, knowing more than what we do, seeing more than what we do, smelling more than what we do, just perceiving more consciousness. And they seem to be like guardians watching over us. That's not always the case personally with myself. I've had a mixed experience. Most dogs love me. Some of them come up to me psychically in the park and say to me, my owner's weird. Will you take me home with you, Marticus? And I say, I can't, because they call that called dog napping. Yeah. So they just walk on, sulk a little bit and maybe cry. Other dogs, and I have been attacked many times by dogs. I was mauled by my next door neighbor's dog, but it had crazy eyes, and I shone a torch at it and it mauled on my back up, and they put that fucker down. It was crazy though, which I feel really bad about it. But the thing was going to kill something like me. I got attacked by a pack of dogs coming up with a Chinese takeaway on mushrooms once, and I started out with one really cocky and horrible, as they are, but lovely. We love him, Jack Russell, and he brought all his mates, and they bullied me all the way back home, jumping on me and trying to bite me. And then I got bit 2 years ago in Colorado by this big weird white Alsatian thing that was by the door in a garage. Yeah, leave a bitey fucking dog by the door in the garage, I said to the lady. But she didn't seem to understand because I was British. There was that. But it hasn't always been that way. Okay, I get that they get spooked by my aura and get freaked out a little. Yeah, and the crazy, let me tell you now, just the same as people, it's only evil dogs that attack me. Yeah, not the good dogs. They lick me and love me, like Rain. Oh, Mel's dog, Rain, best dog. She looks at me and then she gets me. I get Scotland. She gets me. She licks my dick. I absolutely love dogs. So we're going to look into the big, deepest dive we've done yet into the world of cryptids. I've got loads of wonderful stuff to share with you. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Mermaids later on. I'm going to tell you a little personal story I'll share with you later about my mermaid experience. Also, God is dog in reverse. Now, my friend said to me a long time ago, have you noticed how dogs look at you and they just phase out and they are literally mesmerized by people? And it's almost as if the dog is remembering being human. Now, you can't argue with me when I say most dog owners actually metamorphosize into their dog. So poodle owners will have all frizzy fucking hair like a poodle. And, you know, people just generally change into their dogs. It's a really weird phenomenon, but I've seen it and it's true. It's like, my God, you're just like the same as your dog. But think about this, guys. Yeah, contemporary everything will tell you, right, that animals once spoke. No, I mean, just crazy. What about Pink Floyd's album, Animals, Dogs and Sheep? What about cartoon characters? Listen to this, right? This is just one or two, okay? So there's been Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, although she don't say fuck all. Bugs Bunny. I know. Daffy Duck. Yeah. Top Cat. Snoopy. Wanker. Yogi Bear. Yeah. What's the matter, boo-boo? Nothing, Yogi. Yeah. Oh my God. Tweety. Yeah. Although Sylvester wasn't an animal. Hong Kong Phooey. Hong Kong Phooey. Number one, you know, mild-mannered janitor. Really, he's a dog. Sure. Paddington Bear. Paddington Bear. Yeah. The Hair Bear Bunch, one of my personal favorites. In the Wonderland Zoo, we know the things that they do. The banana splits, guys. The banana splits are not human. Okay? They are animals. I could go on for literally an hour right here now about all of the cartoons and the movies that got talking friggin' animals. It's just blown my mind when I looked into it. I was like, oh my God, they're all animals. When you're a child, you literally think that these things are not animals, that they're living things. It's like Bluto the dog. You mean he's not, you know, he's not, although Bluto doesn't talk much, I give you that. What about music bands? What about the monkeys? What about the Beatles? What about the animals? It's just, are they trying to tell us something about the animals in the past? Now, I could give you, and I will do, a load of pictures that will show you that we were all groovy with the animal kingdom. Like, you know, Cyrus said, nobody was wasting anybody. Everybody was getting along fine. Yeah. Maybe we weren't even killing critters in the past because we didn't need any food. So we all just like in the Garden of Eden buzz, all like coexisted together. So in this time, obviously they're not here now. Well, I don't know. You could go into some city centres and see some of these demonstrations and protests where people actually are starting to look a little bit like cryptids. But anyway, so we're going to look into all of that, and I'm going to, you know, empty my Brian. Yeah, and we're going to do some, you know, done some translations, which is ever so easy these days, I must admit, especially with the Latin, find out what things are saying. So yeah, me. Yeah, I haven't got a lucky Jesus. I should have, but I haven't got a lucky Jesus. What I do have, right, which is very important, don't mock this, is a lucky Scooby-Doo. Okay? A lucky Scooby-Doo. And that was my mother's lucky Scooby-Doo. When she died, it came over to me. This is an heirloom, and this is my lucky Scooby-Doo. If I was going into battle, which may happen in the very near future, I'm taking my lucky Scooby-Doo with me. Makes me bulletproof, okay? But you know, you can't give your faith into a Scooby-Doo object. Obviously, obviously, you know, like the Samson getting your haircut or thing. If you take my Scooby-Doo away from me, I'm not going to step on a landmine. I will still have superhuman powers without my Scooby-Doo. I realize this, but still, it's nice to have one. I feel it comforts me. It comforts me, knowing that Top Cat, yeah, Muttley. Thank you. Solve a miss. Muttley is a dog. They've actually remade Wacky Races. They sort of CGI movied it. Here's a man who loves his dogs. Is it my mate Eric? What would Scooby-Doo do? Well, he would love on you, and then you would give him Scooby snacks, and then you just lick your face. That's how this shit goes down. Yeah, Muttley was a little bit wicked, but like I think with Dastardly and Muttley and Dastardly, is that they were just getting rid of bad people. There's a lot of greasy people in Wacky Races. You've got the Anthill mob for one, the gangsters, criminals. Yeah, no less. So what's going on, Odin? Well, Anubis, thank you. I got pictures of that too. Anubis. So it's into the, actually, into the Vader. There's dog heads. There's dog heads through all of the well spotted there, ancient civilizations. So where did they come from? Is it the Isle of Dogs, or did they come from Doggerland? Are one of their pastimes dogging? I don't know. Haven't seen a dog head, but if I did, I would let you all know right away about it. Oh, I think so. I think Alva Billy, I do think here is a antenna for the wider information. Yeah, I cut my hair before and I wasn't really happy about it, but I did it for a reason that didn't even mean anything in the end. Getting through like dodgy border control places, like a hippie. Usually, I thought to myself, well, they're just going to grab me like they always do. So I had my hair cut off, and they grab me like they always do. So it made absolutely zero fucking difference whatsoever. I could see Joe. So yes, they're releasing the house. We had a cow called Daphne. Oh, I like Ermintrude. Oh, the Magic Roundabout. Yeah, Dylan. What about all our weirdness with Rainbow on children's television? Rod, Chain and Freddy. I think there was more going on there. I've got a bad mind, guys, but have you seen them back? Can you imagine that, though, like Jane and like Bungle? Yeah, that would be really bad to walk in on, wouldn't it? You know, but it's no different to what's happening with the furries. Have you seen the furries? Yeah, they're a weird sex cult. They just arrived. Well, they haven't just. They've been around a while. I heard an interview once. Apparently, it's some sort of sex cult. They even had specialist laundrettes, yeah, to clean their furry costumes because they're getting a bit of a mess. I don't want to go into details. Imagination. Use your imagination. This is the world we live in, guys. This is why I'm truthing. This is why I'm a warrior for God. Yeah, this is my salute. Fist. Okay, I can get away with that on YouTube. So yeah. Peace Frog's in the house. Did you get your kip after? She's gonna have a nip. She was gonna have a quick nap. She snoozed for a minute, waiting for Flat Earth British to come on, like all of humanity was doing tonight. The Pig Frog. All of humanity. Peace Frog, sorry. That is a pig frog. There's another one. So if you ever open a cafe, call it Cosmic Frog Vegan Foods. That'd be a good one. But forget the vegan stuff because, no, I don't even care. So, personally, myself, I'm eating what I can to survive, is what I'm doing. Eating, cooking every single day. Squirrel Sniper, living on Jess. Okay, we got Tyler in the house. 7-0, and Lynn is in the house. Okay. Gather, people, gather. Gather, and I will tell you a tale. Okay, it's going to be good. But yeah, how many things associated with dogs can you think of, guys? Just put them in the chat. Okay, Scott's in the house making some mega AI music. I heard that. Yeah, it's trippy stuff, man. I'm not sure these days. Jay, I'm like, the internet is not favorable. Ooh, sexual debauchery. Oh, fucking hell, that's terrible. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck. That's why people go into religion, yeah. It's because they got all of this like sexual repression going on, yeah. So they join a religion. So I will pray to these feelings pass. Fucking hell. And then they go all nutty then because they're not being their true selves. So fuck that shit. Also, the link between like gurus, spirituality, and chastity. Oh, fucking. That's a load of wank. See, these gurus, they make up a lot of stuff, don't they? And they want everyone to go along with it. Are they practicing? Are they fuckers like? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. No. So, anyway. I digress. So, what we're saying, Andromeda loves much love. Andromeda to you. And Violet, who's in the house. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for anybody who's here. We are in the future. We made it. Britain's falling apart. That's what I do most days, watch my country fall apart. Quite upsetting, but you know. I just got 350 ZARs. I'm not sure what currency that is, but it sounds like a lot, doesn't it? ZARs. Maybe I should Google it. Wow, thanks very much. The pink, ooh, excuse me. Ooh, the pink phonies oracle. Oh, that's an interesting name, isn't it? So yeah, 10 cents. Oh, thank you, JT. What's going on? So yeah, it's going to shit now, but I'm not really going to concentrate on anything. I don't like, as you know, if you've been watching Flat Earth British for years, that I just don't give a fuck because I'm British. So there's that. And I never years ago, and I don't now. So it can all fall apart. It can all. We're on the verge of nuclear war. Do you promise this time will it really, really be war? Please, because I've been waiting 58 fucking years with the threat of we're going to be annihilated in nuclear Armageddon. Like, hurry up already, wankers! Can't do anything. Stardog, there you are, the glue that keeps this society together. Stardog, yeah, a bit whiffy, bit gassy, but it keeps you company on a cold winter's night. Kevin Bacon, are you the real Kevin Bacon? Tell us the truth about what goes on in Hollywood. No, don't bother. We don't want all that in our heads. I know. I'm being sarcastic, Ether. That's why they're not using them. And if I'm wrong, it won't fucking matter. Anyway, it's not what you think. They had a nuclear war apparently in Hiroshima, and like 2-3 years later, they got a big, massive metropolis there. Apparently, there's this radioactive afterlife that exists. They tell us about. It just doesn't exist in Hiroshima and Nagasaki or fucking Chernobyl. In Chernobyl, you can't go there, but anything that's in there is absolutely flourishing, like the Chernobyl wolves. There's a point, though, isn't it? You know, they say all dogs come from like wolves, don't they? Yeah. Try telling a pug that. Put a pug next to a wolf and let's say they're the same species. It's just, and pugs can't even breathe. They're cute as fuck, don't get me wrong, I love them really, they're all cute, I want to kiss them, but they got this squished up face and they're like this trying to fucking breathe because they've been crossbred so much that they just like can't breathe properly, and I don't like that. You know, I want animals to have a really nice life. I'm sure pugs have a nice life, but they have a short life, don't they? And are they ugly? I can't make my mind up. That's what it is. They're so ugly, they become cute. It's like a shit B movie. It's so crap, it's actually good. It's the same sort of thing as that, I think. Your dog's really cute though, Eric. I do love I love Doberman pinchers. Although my friend Billy, every morning I used to call for him for school, and he had a Doberman pinscher called Satan, which every morning had me pinned against the wall with like teeth and all like this saliva dripping down its fangs, like I'm going to kill you. It never ever hurt me in any way, but it really did like to bully me. You get this sometimes with dogs. I've created this thing since I've grown up. Obviously, dogs don't. Well, they do. I got bit the other day. So anyway, German Shepherds are one of my favourites. You know, if you had a list of the most intelligent dogs, it's probably Golden Retrievers. You know, the guide dogs and stuff. German Shepherds for sure, and Jack Russells. They're fucking lush, aren't they? Jack Russells are really clever. They're not like, you know, I love Staffordshire Bull Terriers, but you know they're not the great intellects of the dog world, are they? They're lovely, snotty little creatures, but they're not great thinkers. Not like your German Shepherd. Your German Shepherd could drive a car. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, I would love. I would love a dog, but I've been thinking about it all my life. My mother didn't like animals. She didn't like animals, and she didn't like children or any foreigners or anything actually, unless it was American airmen, Swedish weightlifters, or German seamen, literally. So there was that. So. Did you? Oh, I had one for a brief time. It belonged to my mate, and a car went over it, squashed all of its guts into the front half of his body. It looked fucking nuts, but it survived. And just like a year later, all its guts came back down. Tosh, after not Peter Tosh, but the football player. Do you know what? I am so disconnected from the Matrix right now. I can't think of one name of a football player in the world. I don't know the name of one football player in the world. I couldn't even name you one. And not only that, I can't even name you any music tracks in the world right now either. I don't know any. When I used to know all the football teams and I used to know all the top 40, I could tell you what was number 8 this week. Now, I couldn't even tell you one. I don't even know. Name me one Taylor Swift song. What about Ed Sheeran? Do you know any of his songs? No. Do you fuck? No one does. I don't know any of these people. I'm in another world. That's what's happening. If I was on University Challenge, I'd smash it. But honest to God, on one of these stupider ones, like catchphrase, I'd be fucked. So anyway. Let's get on with it. What? I crack you up. I hope that's not painful. Anyway, I crack you up. So yeah, disclaimer before I start. Okay. I'm just being me. Okay. That's what I'm doing in this. So the power of Scooby-Doo be with you. Amen. Hey, Scooby. Yeah, that's better. Not amen. Hey, Scooby. Okay. In the age before Scrappy fucking Doo wrecked reality. The Queen died, Ozzy Osbourne died, and they brought in Scrappy Doo. These, and Margaret Thatcher, closing the pits. These were for the 4 most damaging aspects to civilization so far. Okay? Especially Scrappy fucking Doo. What was the point? You can tell they had some, like, Warner Brothers hired some elite brat script writer, put that fucking into the script. It's like, nobody's going to like Scrappy. I like it, and Daddy will like it. And it had to fly. You know that's what went down, guys, because any critical thinking person like ourselves, we know. But that's just fucking bullshit. And they ruined what was a brilliant formula. Why mess with it when it's not broke? Can't fix things that are not broke. Anyway. But where would we be without Scooby-Doo 7? Yeah. We wouldn't know about ghosts. We're going to talk a little bit about entities anyway when we get into the beginning of this post. Now, later on, I'm going to talk about entities. Did you ever see the film The Entity about a woman who was getting like touched up and stuff by ghosts? Well, my auntie said the same thing happened to her, and I've heard other narratives as well of people, getting intruded, in the middle of the night by spectral entities. Is that a thing where spectral entities from another realm, come and fiddle about you? I think it might be a thing. I think it might be a thing. I think there's something out there in the night, in the ether, fiddles about in the night. Might be wrong, but we're going to look into that later on anyway, because it's something that happened to me many, many moons ago, which I'm going to share with you. And it's a true story as well. It may seem Martin making shit up, but as God is my witness, what I say in this post is God's honest truth. So there's that. Okay, we'll start here. What happened, guys? Why is it that I could show you a dozen books from 1700s on monsters or cryptids, and endless pictures, Renaissance pictures, religious works like the patron saint of travel, St. Christopher, is a dog. And let's be honest, guys, how many times have your mate said to you, oh, she's a bit of a dog, isn't she? Well, probably not that many. Nice legs, shame about the boat race. See, Chaz and Dave got away with that in the past. They could, that in the modern day, you could never get away with that. They'd probably say it was derogatory. Depends which aspects of society you're pointing at. So here we are, a cryptid, right, which is half human, and it looks like it's half kangaroo. Now, I thought the first time I've never seen an actual kangaroo with my own eyes. I would like to. They box. You could stick a kangaroo in the ring with Mike Tyson, and he would give you a run for your money, And they do, even though they got a long face, they still got they're still a bit human, aren't they? Anyway, so you can see in this artwork here, religious artwork, a dog who's a human, and it is also a religious person, okay, and it is the patron saint of travel, St. Christopher. So yeah, I got many books. This one, historical accounts of dog-headed men. So like I said, you know, you've got the lycanthropes, which are the werewolves. So you can get the lycanthrope narrative, which is cut into Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah. Oh, what big teeth you have, Grandma. All the better to eat you with. Little Red Riding Hood. What is her name? Little Red Riding Hood. It's not a very, it's a weird name. What's your name? Little Red. Surname? Riding Hood. So, anybody know the name of Little Red Riding Hood? No, because he didn't deem it important. So, as you can see, I think this one's a giant because he's got Christ on his shoulder. You got Greek there. I don't know what it's saying. I think it's saying Christopher. It is saying Christopher. And, ooh, St. Christopher will take you across the ocean. So there is the connection. And you can see in this image of water and dogs. Now, dogs are not very good swimmers. I was thinking about that. But there are aspects in naval languages concerning dogs. You've got the dogs, which are iron bars we put the hatches up with. They're called dogs. And you always feel a bit rough when it's bad weather. Anyway, so as you can see, they got like Phoenician armor on. I'm not sure what cross that is. The cross of some weird denomination. Dominate, Patre. So yeah, so he's a human and he's a dog. And I don't think that's a mask. And he is got that aura around him. So I'm guessing he's. Ooh, excuse me. Let me just come back a minute, because what I can see is a thumping great, lovely cafe. But we do love your cafe. But what we're going to do is we're going to remove that so you can see the full image. Is that fair? There you go. Okay. Because that's the way we roll. I keep the chat up because you can see your name then coming up, and I can keep an eye on it when we watch it back later then. And then I can see what was going on in Chatsville. So there's that. Okay. Let's continue. I think this is another one of St. Christopher. Now, he's having a sly word with the boss upstairs, God. As you can see, lives in the kingdom of heaven. It's a place that exists in a chem cloud. Okay, he's bestowing him some stuff, some powers. He's got a green coat on, not a red one, I've noticed. So, like I said, there is ancient maps as well, which show you. I'm going to show you very shortly. Really beautiful map, and it's the oldest map there is. So yes, why the long face? So yeah, I talked to somebody if they had a dog face, and you know they seemed nice enough. You know, if they weren't angry, just because they got big teeth and all that, wouldn't hold that against them, would you? Anyway, more Greek, more religious. Oh, this one has got red cape on, just like Superman and Jesus. That's good. This one, red cape too. Superhuman powers, just like Superman and God. Jesus. So, I don't think, you know, the state of the nation at the moment, if Jesus did make an actual comeback, I think where would he be politically motivated is what I'm thinking. Would he be towards the left? Would he be towards the right? Would he be in the middle, because there's no such thing? Or would he be, you know, just not giving a fuck? So I'd contemplate on that. I think you always have to be on the side of truth. Things that are harming other people are not a good thing. People must be helped and protected. You can see that in the ancient Roman narrative, I'm not sure what they're eating on there. It looks like an arm or maybe a baby Q. I'm not sure. There's a phoenix hiding under the table. I'll have a look at some phoenix stuff later. That's also in the cryptids list for damaging creatures. So yeah, Nero burns, as Rome burns, there's a dog head, again with a cape, who is fleeing. And so yeah, so there's the connection with the Vatican where fish heads as well, and the dog heads. So there's lots of cryptid connections with the cryptids. We're going to look into a few of them in a minute anyway. So the Cynocephia, because I really love dogs, is the most interesting and probably the one of the most well documented as well. This Voynich manuscript type affair, you can see dog people there. And I've also seen dog people as a ruling class as well. But they're the Bellimis as well, and there are also the Scapopoids. And there's other as well. The Thumpers was my favourite. I'm going to have a look into them a bit later. So here they are. So they're dressed in clothes. Some of them look a bit monk-like. They wear shoes. They're just people, basically. And they probably just conduct themselves just like people. So why are they documenting? And not in the realm of mythos. Have you ever been in a pub where they got paintings on the wall of dogs playing cards or playing billiards or snooker? Have you ever seen them? Yeah, no, they were commonplace. Also, stone reliefs, you can see that they got way back dog-headed people in the past as well. Also, the Greeks. I find it curious that this dog-headed person here on this mosaic is holding the caduceus and a red cape. So the dog head is also who? Mercury, Trismegistus, Hermes. Is it the same personification, different personification? So here they are. They look like they're having a bit of intellectual discourse. Now, let's not forget the planet of the apes. Who doesn't love the planet of the apes? This is the best, isn't it? So what happens? Yeah, the world after people. There's been an apocalypse, a reset. As you know, it's all mud flooded, the whole world. And then, you know, monkeys get clever, okay, and they get guns, and they're not too clever, although they got Galen, they got a few scientists and stuff, but you know, they haven't got like quantum computers down just yet. But it just shows you that, you know, again, animals talking and communicating. What if that, you know, could happen again? I would love to have a conversation. If I had a dog and the dog just started talking to me and said, listen, Matt, if you tell anyone that I can talk, the moment you tell someone, I will never be able to talk again. It will break the spell. I would keep stum. I wouldn't bother telling anyone. I would just talk to my dog all the time. It'd be fucking brilliant as well. I know what they're going to be talking about. Will you throw a stick for me? It's like that. I don't like that win a lot very much. If you've got pedigree chum, it's like, yeah. So I want to go out and have a sniff of some stuff, mate. It's like, all right then. It's like, will you stroke my head, pet my head? It's like, yeah, okay. I want to run around in a circle now. Throw this ball for me. All right then. That would be the conversation with you and your dog. I don't think they would be. What do you think reality is? What, philosophically? Yes, subjectively. What do you think it is? Well, objectively, I think it's a flat plane. What about subjectively? Oh, well, I think it's a spiritual realm put here by the Almighty Creator. What's he then? I don't know. It's difficult to say. So yeah, this guy, he just goes around. He's got an axe, which is dangerous to do. Any chopping naked, I wouldn't. And you can see even in the Turks there, the Turks are attacking. And in this castle is a load of dog people protecting their castle. This one's just got shot in the chest. So this is what happens. The Ottomans come. So yeah, here's a mixture of my favourites. I'm going to show you a medieval book in a minute, which has got some really crazy ones. I'm not sure what her one is. He's got a weird big lip. The Bellini's got heads on their chest. Now, remember, Alexander the Great said he literally had a conversation and a bit of an altercation with Bellini's. They chucked shit at him. No, like literally shit at him. Yeah, go check it out yourself. He says in his journals, he says, and the Bellini's turned up and started throwing shit at us. And they said, we fart in your general direction. That's what they did. So yeah, in the past there was werewolves, which were people, and when the full moon happened, you change into a wolf, and then you go off and eat people like that. And by morning, You wake up naked in a zoo, picking all bits of meat out of your teeth, going, God, I've got lots of energy, feel really good today. So that's another dog-headed people. What if they could actually metamorphosize or change, and there were shapeshifters? What if people come from the sea and you don't know because they just live on land and shapeshift and become people, and the dogs as well, they come from another land and then they just shapeshift. I read a Stephen King book once. I can't remember what it was, but people were animals. Okay. And this guy's in a lift, and the guy opposite him's face changes into a fox. But what you can't do is let, like in the film They Live, is let these creatures know that you can see them in their animal form as well. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that book. Really bloody good that was. So yeah, wolf in sheep's clothing. Plenty of that going around. So yeah, many depictions, and you can see you get dog-headed kings as well. You see a lot of dog-headed ruling class, I find, as well. So yeah, dog human having a bit of a talk with a lion. Like nobody is eating anybody. Have you ever seen gorillas with human babies? They absolutely love them. I can't imagine a gorilla ever hurting a human baby. They absolutely love them. Have you seen them on the shots? Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Gorillas are awesome, though, aren't they? Yeah. They're just big and clever and gentle, but gentle in a way that if they didn't like you, they just pull your head off, you know? So, yeah, they got a religious thing going on. They worship a lamb, maybe like the Christian lamb, like St. Christopher. So, yeah, maybe that's where it started. God is dog in reverse, and the whole religion thing, maybe that was literally started by a culture of dog-headed people, because the documentation and the narrative is just expansive. Poker playing dogs. Thank you, Peace Frog. Yes, that. So Bernards, oh, they're amazing. They carry barrels around your neck, and if you die in the snow, they'll come up and give you some brandy free. In the modern day, though, they have barrels with weed inside because drink is bad. So yeah, more dog heads keeping the castle, while other dog heads, dog wars. Wow, just crazy. So here's the wolf coming to grandma's, and then Little Red Riding Hood. Again, they don't say her name. Her name is just random Little Red. Hi, Little Red. Why are you calling me that, grandmother? Because I'm on crack. Oh, okay, again. So yeah, that's what happens there. And the Arabs have got as well dog heads. These are what looks like the Ottomans in a tent. We're not sure I can see any dog heads there, but I can see, oh yes, they have. So the jinn are also, and demons are depicted in this case. And even slaving them, maybe. There's dog heads. Oh yeah. Wow. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, so look at these beautiful cities. We see them on all the old maps, don't we? So he's looking at, I don't know. No, that one's mine. Put it back. And bags of goodies. Wow, maybe they were traders. I don't know. So yeah, I think this is on the, is it the Winchester wheel? But you can see cryptids all the way around, like you will see shortly on the map of Monday. I've got all these books, monstrosity books, which give you details. So yeah, maybe they spliced all of the animals together and came out with the Homo erectus. Yeah. And, you got the Belimes. Maybe we look like that. Homo, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Dog heads. Cynocephalius. And the Hairy Marys, like Mother Mary. Yeah. See, back to Jesus, which political motivation. I was thinking, you might be all right, because this is why I'm thinking that. I think he was a sinner. So his bird is a prostitute. Yeah. So like, don't even know what she's into, but he's happy enough with her. Yeah. So his bird's a prosy. He likes a few quid. Yeah, that sounds dodgy as fuck. Yeah. So probably because of that, you'd probably be okay and honest. So yeah, Anubis. Yeah, it's a funny story, isn't it? It's a bit dodgy why he was like in a park at like 4 a.m. with a boy in the Garden of Gethsemane. That's a bit dodgy, but you know, who am I to judge? But there you go. So yeah, what else are they getting into? It looks like in the past, right? They don't just eat you with their teeth, yeah, because they use science. Yeah, they just, oh, they don't eat us; they eat other dogs. My God, they're cannibals. That's quite frightening. If you've got a dog and you die, yeah, and nobody comes and finds you, yeah, your dog eats your face off slowly, like pedigree chum. So I love you, but I'm gonna have to eat. So I'm gonna eat your face. So yeah, all right. So a dog has caught a human. What is he on? A llama. The dog rides a llama off to the butchery, and they're chopping up humans. Oh my God, this is bad press for dogs. I'm sorry, dog lovers. What does this even mean? Should we trust them? Maybe they'll turn on us. Maybe the dog day afternoon, yeah, it'll be called. All the dogs will go all nasty on us. Eat everybody. This is a bit weird, isn't it? I feel really uncomfortable with that language. So what's this? Oh yeah, this is Alexander the Great with his knights. Is it? I can't see the word Alexandra there. But anyway, he's fighting an army of, what are they called? Tusks, maybe. Horns. Tusked dogs. Okay. Oh, yeah, yes. No, it is Alexandra. It's Alexandra. He's fighting dog heads. They ain't got no clothes on, though. There you are. You can see this dog head has a papal hat on. Crazy that the dogs are in a religious cult and they got papal uniforms on. And now the Pope, in the modern day, has got like this fish hat on, hasn't he? Oh, bears. Bears, they lovely. I love bears. They look a bit, what's going on there? What's she doing? And bears, they look a bit human and they got beautiful eyes as well, like humans, haven't they? Pigs too. But yeah, Anubis, that is when they weigh your soul for sins. And then when they find out you were a bastard, they chuck your hat, your blackened hat, in the mouth of a greedy crocodile thing. But again, look at the cryptids in Egypt. You got the sphinxes, you got the bird people, doghead people, everywhere in antiquity, but not in reality now, because that reality was completely reset, wasn't it, in the Armageddon? So they are not here anymore. But I tell you what, they're bloody well documented. I tell you that for nothing. Let me show you. So let us move on. So yeah, pigs. Now pigs. Oh my God, have you seen the eyes of pigs? It's too frightening. They're human, aren't they? And they say the pigs. Oh, this is when dogs turn nasty and start chewing everybody. This is the thing. So yeah, pigs look like humans. So I said years ago, what if it was some sort of witchcraft spell? Yeah, when you see a witch saying, "I'm going to turn you into a frog," and you're a frog. Along those lines, I'm going to turn you into a pig, and you're a pig. Now, they do state that I obviously we haven't partaken of any human flesh outside of McDonald's, have we? So apparently it tastes like pork. Okay, and there are plenty religious denominations which don't do the very sacred bacon sandwich. Where would we be without bacon sandwiches? I know where I would be. I would be not here, because I would have starved to death in Britain today. So yeah, hogs. I've had a hog roast once. I went to a hog roast. It's a lot of pork, but very tasty, very tasty. So yeah, this is the circle of her swine. So there's like I'm guessing you could think of her as a spiritual lady. I'm getting that buzz off her. And all she's singing, and all the pigs are like, she's lovely. Now, I heard pigs were disgusting and eat shit and eat everything, but I heard they cry, and I heard they're very loving, and I've seen them pygmy, little tiny piglets, as pets in people's houses. Fuck me, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Would I eat one? Probably. Would that make me a psychopath? I don't know. Whose rules we going on? Anyway, I didn't make this fucking construct. I just born, thrown in here and arrived here. And then suddenly I'm like, well, that's a load of bullshit. I'm telling everybody, you fuckers. And that's what I've been doing. Mixed children and adults as fat as fucking pigs. Gloves, tasteless, chill tonic. I just thought I need some chill tonic. 30 cents. Mickey was fat. So yeah, they needed to fatten people up in the past because everyone was skinny. I only had one fat kid in school and we gave him hell. Ooh, Linda Ronstadt, all in the mud in the pigsty. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh no, stop it. And they like to sunbathe with chicks. So yeah, these chicks were sunbathing and this sexy pig, yeah, comes over, says, ladies, is this tall mine? They went, sure, piggy. Knock yourself out. Free Billy Goat Gruff. There's another one as well. Yeah. There's clues in that. Yeah. The wolf, the big bad wolf, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So the piggy makes the hay house. That blows the fuck down. No shit. But the house made of bricks. The wolf's stuffed. So yeah, let's have a look at this groovy map. Now I went to see this years ago. I would like to go again one day. Be very vlog worthy, although they got them people everywhere buzzing around. I had complaints when I went in there. I had a nun come over and complain that they could hear me on the other side of the cathedral, and I was swearing and saying stuff about Satan or something. She said, I give her a hug. I hugged 2 nuns that day. In fact, all of them cathedral-y people, and I was definitely the most loving person in there, but ain't I always? Start exploring. It's made of vellum, so animal skin, and it is the most detailed map of the ancient world. It presents the worlds that exist. And they had this taken around all British towns and cities in a box. Only it doesn't show you the world that exists because it misses out, okay, it misses out, myths and legends, So yeah, I was really, sorry, my mind just farted out. Oh yeah, it was made in 1290, but it doesn't show the Americas because apparently Christopher Columbus hasn't got there, or Madoc, or anybody, or the Vikings, or anybody. Anyway, so you've got the labyrinth on there, the golden fleece. Okay, which is the all-important golden fleece. You need that for panning gold. And the columns of Hercules, which is basically Gibraltar Straits. The labyrinth, the Nazis blew up the labyrinth of Colossus, so you couldn't go in there, or Knossos. And the great camp of Alexander the Great. Now, what they do show you on here is the cryptids, or the beasts of the world, that apparently existed on the map of Monday. So we have, the lynx, the elephant, the unicorn. Okay. So unicorns, they're all gone, but I got a picture in my bedroom on the wall of a Renaissance picture of a lady sat down with a unicorn in her lap. All nothing going on. All right, there's nothing sinister about elephants. Strange people of the world. There you go. So Belimes, they are on the map here. And what I find interesting about the map of Monday, and I've got these up. Oh, thank you, Mikey Havoc. On my wall in the passage is a map. This map of Monday, which I got in the cathedral. You can't buy them anywhere else, just in the cathedral. And it's in a frame on my window in my passage. Anyway, so it's got ways outside of the ice wall, right? There's water all the way around, and then there's this ring all the way around like an ice wall. But it shows you these portals, north, south, east, and west, 4 angels. And this guy here, and it says on there, see you later. I'm going off to other lands. They got other lands on this. So yeah, Bellinis I think are cute. There they are there. Really weird. They got faces. These are my favorite. Now these could have caused the devastation in the Middle Ages. All you need was a scrappy point, yeah, and all it does is it smacks his massive foot down and it causes a kinetic blast which flattens buildings. So me, yeah, literally, if you was going to be hiring cryptid mercenaries, yeah, I would definitely go for the scapopoids. A line of scapopoids. Fuck the enemy right up. Troglodytes, they're still down there because we are surface dwellers. And after Armageddon, there's been people down there since then, and they're still there now. Don't you watch The Vault? Or don't you watch Fallout? They tell you all about it there. Or Silo, they tell you all about it there too. And there they are, my favourites, the dog heads, because dogs are awesome. And they do sort of look at you mesmerised, don't they? Like, I can give you the link for this. I'll keep this up. I'll post this. This is a joy. You can go through this at your own leisure. I will definitely give you that link for that. So, yeah, let's have a look at some cryptids a minute, or just a few. So, yeah. Now, I've had a thing about mermaids. Now, I think there are a race of people. We don't know anything. They say that they know more about space, even though that's not there, than they do about the ocean. We know nothing about the ocean, the depths, even if there are depths. We don't know nothing about it. I'm in the camp of there are peoples, if you like, living in the water, okay? And there are endless accounts of this by sailors. Now, I think there are mermaids. What about winged beings? What if angels haven't got wings, but they're part cryptid? And so they got wings. Whew. Yeah, all right. So, that just literally said what I just said without knowing that was coming up next. Synchronicities, I love them. So this is a demon Aberon. Yeah, don't say that out loud. And or you will summon up ancient demons that could interfere with you in the night. You don't want that, do you? Or maybe you do. I don't know. So anyway, this one's got a cat growing over his shoulder, a bit of a fuzz on the chest, got a snake going on around, snake over the shoulder. So DNA splicing gone completely fucking nuts. So there's your siren. She's not what you think. She has got scales and she's got chicken feet. That's why they call them chicks. That's why they call women chicks, because of these wings, just like an angel, and it blows a pipe. And it summons you through, apparently once you hear a siren, you're hooked. Okay? It's like, give me more, a bit like drugs. And then you have to go to the siren. And then what happens? She changes into human form. First, she's drop dead sexy. She's like the best thing you've ever seen in your life, yeah? So you're like, I'm in like fling, yeah? But like she became like a human being woman. So after like 6 months or so, I got to shit in a handbag as usual. Anyway, that might not have happened. Might have had a long, happy relationship with my siren girlfriend. No. Tritons. Now these are interesting as well. So they are these, which are almost like whales, aren't they? Tritons. Okay. I've got some descriptions of some tritons which are really interesting. The Satan's G-bird. The Satan's G-bird. So it's interesting they got Satan in there. Yeah. It's very popular in the 2025, isn't it? The church is doing a deal with Satan. Have you heard this? I read it this week. It must be true. It's on the internet. Said that they're going to get JC and Satan to sit down together and talk it out. Yeah. And then they could have like some special peace prize, Nobel Peace Prize type affair for Jesus and the devil. And then they could get them side by side, lifting their hands up together, like Bob Marley with them politicians, you know, like that. And then everyone in the world would be like, yes, rejoice. Sinning is not bad. Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be really good. Hairy people. So satyrs, they'll be all celebrating Christmas. The feast of Bacchus that is coming up. But I'm more of a pagan, so I'll be doing the solstice do with Campbell and Kelly and everybody else, Guy, and all of the other cats, Michelle Gibson and others. So yeah, that's happening soon. So yeah, peacock, man. Now I've always stated the peacock was a Phoenician hybrid, haven't I? Because it's not like any other bird, and it's always in castles, stately homes, and any of these Phoenician buildings. You will find peacocks, and the name as well, pea and cock. You can't make it up, can you? So yeah, this is bad press concerning the tartar, the monstrous tartar. There he is. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so there you go. He was a bit of an unfriendly, apparently. He looks friendly to me, but that long neck is just... Okay, so yeah, I think that's bad press. But again, it's a cryptid and they're saying it's a tartar. So embryos, well, we're not far away from anything else, really, if you look at it. We all start in a Fibonacci shape, if you notice. The fetus position is a perfect Fibonacci. So there's a chicken. Buck, buck. Okay. And there's a bat. Oh, I love them. They're mammals as well. And eggs are weird, anyway. And then there's a pig. Look at the pig. Oink, oink. And then look at the human. Oink, oink. Spooky, isn't it? It's all exactly the same, isn't it, really? And it doesn't even have to be, because even the egged creatures are in a Fibonacci sequence in their fetal state. So there's mermaids. Now, there are a museum in Denmark that say they have the remains of a mermaid, a photograph of one. I can't prove, obviously, but plenty of Danish fishermen got tails, Welsh fishermen got tails, stacks of people got tails. So what do they do? What do they say, these tales? Well, they say that in the middle of the night, like these entities that I talk about, a mermaid shows up. Now, that happened to me. God's honest truth, that happened to me. Middle of the night, yeah. Screaming hot blonde turns up out of the ether, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm not going to even look into this too deeply. It doesn't matter. I'm probably dreaming anyway. I'm going to fucking go with it, yeah. I knew she was a mermaid. She had 2 vaginas, one in the front, one in the back. So she is definitely a fish creature. Here she is. Siren. She wasn't green. She was blonde. Soft blonde locks. Smelled like heaven. So yeah, we're gonna, yeah, all that true. And then disappeared like that, like a mole. So yeah, fucking hell. So yeah, Shake the Mermaid. It's another one for my book. I don't have to do my bucket list. Isn't it funny how now this guy here, we're going to look into this, right? Now Pliny the Elder described these. I'm going to show you the text where I found it and deciphered this. Okay, so yeah, he's a triton. He's called a triton. So he's a monk-like fish. He got captured, this one, near Poland in 1530. Okay, and there's been other bishop-like peoples captured, and this one came out of the water already in Vatican clothes. Yeah, bishop like Archbishop of Canterbury. And then Christmas. We got Christmas coming, haven't we? Did you notice that you can't say Christmas without saying arse? Christmas. Did you know that? Just bringing that to your attention in case you never knew. So yeah, this book is fantastic. I will link this up as well. I should have done it in the descriptions, but you may have run off with the book and not watched my video. 1522 to 1605 question mark, because we don't know. Okay, because they don't know. Okay, 1642 publication date, monsters, human anatomy, and strange things. And apparently, according to this narrative, which is make my screen bigger. Bigger. Okay. So there he is. He's a triton, and he came out of the water, got captured, and he's in monk clothes. Isn't that weird? How he's religious and he's getting all in monk clothes. So yeah, you can put all of this and get it translated, no problem. I've got loads of details. Pliny the Elder does not say, or Pliny the Younger does not say that the monsters that you see here are mythical. In this book, and I've got other books like this as well, okay, they say even the senator, which you see are all over Rome and Greece and all over the classical world, which is half horse, half man. Yeah. Craziness. According to this book, what about Bunny Man? Bunny Rabbit Man. Just like in Donnie Darko. Or just like Bacchus with some hoovy feet, hoovy woofies, the hippopos. So they got like names for them, descriptions for them, where they were discovered, dates as well for these critters. This woman laid eggs and gave birth to homunculi. She laid eggs. So yeah, obviously, you don't need me to tell you as well, giants existed in the realm as well. So giants are in the realm as well as cryptids. The androgynes. So yeah, that's part of that's why the whole Hollywood thing is like it is, and all the adverts and all that, and you don't know who's who anymore. It's because they're in the cult, and part of the cult worshipping thing is hermetics, and Hermes Trismegistus was a hermaphrodite, which means you know what it means, okay? Which is what's going on there. So androgyny is a big part of their thing as well, and definitely, you know, they want everybody gay. They want everyone's a racist and everyone's gay now. This is the new reality. No, if you're not, it doesn't matter. That's what they say. So it's just fucking people in eggs. Citrus infantus. Like monkey. Monkey was born of an egg. Monkey was born of a mountain and became magically fertile. Do you know monkey? Tripitaka. Yeah. Was Tripitaka a boy or a girl? You can't tell with these Japanese. Yeah, most Japanese people, can you? So yeah, look at this. This is a monster in the belly, I'm guessing. So which way are they supposed to come out? Which way's breech? Feet first, is it? Or is it head first? I'm no expert in the ways. So yeah, there's a whole Phoenician thing coming out of this, isn't there? The baby, the birth canal. Yeah. The whole narrative behind birth is the maritime thing. I mean, you're born into this weird ass realm. Then they put you into the cult by putting holy water, which is spells put on it on your forehead in some symbol. That changes you, and then you've been initiated into the cult. And God help you if you think outside of the cult. That's it now. So the main thing is behind religion, I believe, is that you have to give up your individuality. So give away your sovereignty and no longer think for yourself. You're not part of sovereign being on your own anymore. You're part of the collective. And what they say goes. Well, we all know that all ends up. Usually with religions, sex stuff. Am I wrong? Oh, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, monstrosities, monsters in twins as well. They're spooky, aren't they? Twins. We had two identical twins in school. I couldn't really tell them apart, but one went baldy before the other. I thought, well, that was unexpected. So yeah, the whole thing, the umbilical cord, that we're in water before we actually breathe air. So I'm thinking that, like, you know, we're water creatures, just like out of the sea, because we're living in water. And then once we get out into this air, we're like, and then they smack our ass, and then we're like back to life. It's like, on we go with the show. But we're not really of this water. This water that we're in now is really, you know, it's not very viscous, is it? But we are in a liquid medium. This gas that we're in is a liquid medium. So is the water. You know, they say there's only one atom difference between, you know, oxygen and O2, H2O and O2. So yeah, just adds an atom of hydrogen and it makes it all fucking groovy. So yeah, mermaid knowledge. So yeah, they add anatomical details, 11 amazing facts, where they live. Some got attitude, some haven't. Some bite your face off, some will cut you in. It's all different. Mermaid kisses you. Kiss gives you gills. A mermaid's kiss gives you gills. You'd be like Waterworld, man. You'd be able to swim in the water like Man from Atlantis. Oh, that would be badass. I wouldn't mind. That's what happened to Pink Floyd. They got the Animals album, Dogs and Sheep, yeah, and his name's Dave Gilmour. Roger Waters. Am I busting your brain right now? Nick Mason. Fuck off. Anyway, mermaids don't have a great singing voice. Don't have a great singing voice. Wow. They say love is blind. I don't think that's true. I think it's deaf. It is in the case of John Lennon. But I think that was part of the Illuminati psyop. It's like, okay, let's fucking murder this shit. How do we do it? Well, we'll bring in this really obnoxious, terrible Japanese woman. She'll be your girlfriend / handler. She'll tell you what to do. You won't have to think for yourself anymore, John. Okay? Yeah, I guess so. And she's going to make these really, really terrible noises. So, what you mean? Take her on stage with you and you'll find out. So she's like, yeah. And everyone's like, fucking hell, what the? Except for John, who's like looking at her lovingly and adoringly. She's the most beautiful bloke I've ever seen. Because she looks like a bloke to me. I don't know why people think Yoko Ono is pretty. She looks like a dude. She's a dude on steroids. Just like John Lennon. Looks like puff. So yeah, fishy ladies. So yeah, the anatomy of a mermaid. Like I said, 2 vaginas. And you get male sirens as well. That's for the very, very unlucky, I guess. So yeah, even the anatomy of the melusine. She turns up in wells, but welcome to the machine. Well. They tell you in the welcome, they got welcome because here on Flat Earth British, we suggested the Phoenicians came out of the water, which literally mean in the water. They show it in the Voynich manuscript, these entities coming out of the water. And I do think that it is a way between our construct and theirs, and it's to do with the transference of data between the membrane that is on the water itself, which is only microcosms thin, but is an entire universe within itself. So that's what they do. Regeneration of the phoenix, as we know, YouTubers will tell you that it will fuck up your day and scorch the world, and then everything starts again. Phoenix, a bird with stinking attitude, a bit like the Japanese banshee bird. The griffin on the Tatarian flag is, I'm not sure what, this is a lion bird thing, isn't it, really? Half eagle and half lion. A griffin is half eagle, half lion. I didn't know that. I actually thought a griffin was just a griffin. I didn't even know it was a hybrid. It's all right now. Ew. It's interesting. So 500 you watching. Welcome to Flat Earth British. We've got plenty to go today on this show. So I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Let me know if you've got any comments, anything to add to this conversation. Please do. So yeah, we got that dragon bird there. Yeah. What's a dragon with wings? Linda McCartney. So yeah, Bacchus, obviously a cryptid. So yeah, when the devil turns up in the Dusty Forge, it's a pub local that I met my wife in, funnily enough, my deceased wife, back in this place where I used to go around with a kid who lived in it because his father was a landlord, and they had these Asian pictures in the basement. He showed me, and they were just engravings of the devil. Come into the forge, because it used to be where they shoed horses, in his goat form, or his legs were in a goat form and wanted to be shoed. And this is a tale that you can find on Google, the Dusty Forge and the Devil. So like, I can't even tell you how many important things have happened to me in my life in this Dusty Forge place. It's just nuts. And the whole narrative of the devil visiting the place. Devil came down to Georgia. Well, the devil, if it was like a real thing, would have good pickings right now because people will sell out like that. Yeah. Like I said, you know, my narrative in previous vlogs, there's nothing worse in this reality than a switch of fucking Rooney. That make your blood boil. And liars. Porcupines. That's another one. There's a lot of that going around. I noticed that with a lot of YouTube videos. But it's all about like clickbait. See, I could have put a title. I was going to have a title. I shagged a mermaid, but I thought YouTube might frown upon it, so I didn't bother. Might lose monetization, which is like not what I'm looking to do. So let me come back for a minute. So good to see you, Isabel. Yeah, we've got more information to come. Dionysus, exactly, Dionysus. That's what I was word I was thinking of. Yeah, Big Bird was awesome in Sesame Street. Sesame Street had some odd characters as well, didn't it? Just all with this children's tale, its underlying, you know, awkwardness. Now I'm growing up, it's like, oh my god, this is terrible. Think accounts are real lie. Yeah, well, the internet is a mess. They killed it. Eventually, it'll disappear. I'm downloading anything, like all the movies I can, books I can. I've got millions of images and everything. So the internet disappears. I'll have something to do. Oh, Cookie Monster, Mr. Marmite. Cookie. I used to like Eric and Ernie. Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie, good, wasn't he? He had an egg-shaped head, didn't he? Ernie. I tell you what film program I used to like was The Odd Couple. Did you ever used to watch that? I used to like the movie with Jack Lemmon and Automata. Automata was good, wasn't he? Jack Lemmon was good too. He's in my all-time favorite movie, The Apartment. Sad movie that is, but happy as well. And Shirley MacLaine's in it. You know what I'm saying? So, Little Wing, what's going on, love? Been dreaming of the Phoenix. Oh, I had a dream. I had a fight with my dead mate. Witty, basically, I said I'm going to New York tomorrow, and he said, "No, you're not, you liar." I said, "Yes, I am. I got my fucking e-ticket, yeah." And he called me a liar, and I ended up having a fight with him by the front of the door. I remember like, beating him up in my dream, but he was such a twat. He's dead now, so I can say what I want, really. So, yeah, it is not a sin to say speak ill of the dead because they're not even real. They weren't real then. They weren't real now. EMP will wipe everything off computers. Well, that's a good chance, Mark, especially with like the internet has gone funny today. So the internet went off the other night, stayed off for 2-3 hours. That hasn't happened before. And then it was all like weird the morning after. So I think there was some sort of hack. And there was some sort of hack. My son was on about it on the internet. So yeah. And if they do have a hack, they're only going to blame the Chinese or the fucking Russians anyway. I seen the nuke list of the targets for Britain, what was going to hit. So there's only 2 targets. First of all, is take out the military complex. 2 targets in Britain, some BEAE complex have been murdered full. And the aerospace place that's just in Nangaru over the mountain. So if the bomb does fucking drop, please, it won't get to us because there'll be a mountain in the way. So just guess you have to worry about the radiation. What else are they doing? Oh, and every bastard got the flu. Well, no shit, it's fucking Christmas. And the weather's the shit. That always happens. Rubber ducky. You're my one rubber ducky. Rubber ducky. Rubber ducky. Ernie. See, I felt stuff then. You made me feel things. I don't want to feel things. Ryan, do your dreams feel like, I don't know, my dreams, I've been like having a dream, waking up, yeah, eating some chocolate, like minstrels, going back to sleep and dreaming again. And I have about 4 or 5 dreams a night. I can remember 1 or 2 of them. Yes, that is what I'm doing. I've also been hunted as well in dreams, but I always manage to evade them. And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty good. I'm quite impressive in my dream world. I've got to be honest. So, yeah, I get away with a lot. I'm really good. I'm a good dreamer. Sometimes I wake up and I'm knackered. My dreaming was so busy. I'm like, fuck me. So I've got to get up. I've just been busy all night, flying around, doing this, that, and the other, saving the world. I always do. Ryan Johnson, thanks, back. Much love. Cymru Eye Bath, Wales Forever. Free, free, free. What a beautiful number. So I went to put like my token in my electric the other day. There was £6.66 in my electric. 666. What does that mean? Does that mean the devil is living in my electric cupboard? What's that, Marianne? Good to see you, sweetness. Hope everything's groovy down in down south. Have I? No, but I did lose my mobile phone. So remember I was saying to you, do anyone see their mobile phones in their dreams? I dreamt like a couple of weeks ago that I lost my mobile phone, and I was freaking the fuck out as well. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you about any kissing girl dreams. That's just not going to happen. Okay. Officer Donut, this is the dream world. No shit. It's just an illusion. Could it be a lie? In all this confusion. Fally Blue, good to see you. She's giving loves to our resident holistic media, who is the lovely India. Donna, good to see you, love. So yeah, much love to you all. Let's get back into some more juice. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking all night long. And it's been a busy week on the All Flat of British scene. Make sure to subscribe if you like my content. It doesn't matter. It's not a biggie. That's what they always do on YouTube. Subscribe. I've been saying that for 10 fucking years. Didn't seem to make any difference. So why do I even say it? I don't even know. Mean Wolverine. So yeah, I had these people hunting me, and it was in the countryside, and they have got hand crossbows. Yeah, and I'm just dodging them by trees. And then there's this, like in France, it was in France, and there's this long path with trees either side, and I'm literally running in the trees like that while he's shooting arrows. And I get really knackered and out of breath, and I sit behind this tree, and I think, are they still there? And as I look behind like that, there's this big, thick set guy with a beard, black hair, black beard, and he's got like one of these black donkey jackets on with the plastic bits that they have year and year that they used to have in the 70s. Really weird. And he shot me straight between the eyes. And the moment the arrow hit between my eyes, I just jumped the fuck up in my bed. I was like, literally, poof, like that. It's like, fuck, he killed me. It's like, that happened before. I usually have them. Freaky as fuck, I'm telling you. And the way I just flipped up like that in my bed, it was like it was really happening. Oh, I tell you what. I remember that. That was at least 25, 30 years ago, that dream, and I still got it vivid. I could even still tell you what he looked like. How weird is that? The guy who shot me in the head, in the face. Between the eyes, right there. My pineal gland, funnily enough. Odin Raven and Joe. Too bad everybody wants a storyteller instead of talk about the truth. The truth is, it's all a lie. That's what the truth is. And it's what you think it is, because all is mind in this place. Yes, Nora, you are a little bit late. We are 3 hours in. I'm going now. Nah, I'm joking. I've got some good stuff to come. Eric Cantona. I like Eric Cantona. Ooh, Cantona. I said, ooh, Cantona. That guy took the piss out of him, so he kicked him in the face. Don't take piss on me, bro. Electromagnetic energy. All right, then let's have a look at these inventions, because that's what we're going to look into now. I don't know for the life of me why I can't have one of these in my house. This Tatarian invention, which I'm going to show now, which is quite fabo, which is these, the hydro generator, which is, I haven't seen them before. I haven't seen any on sale, but apparently in the bygone era, you could buy them. So what you did, you fitted this motor to your tap. The tap ran a turbine and generated a little charge. Apparently you could run like a household fan, water turbines, junior model, senior model, and they were really, like, America had them, Leeds here you can see, London had them. Connect them up to your tap. Right. This one was made by Meccanola. So yeah, so what is the down points in the modern day is your water bill, isn't it? How long? If you left it on for 3-4 hours just running, you know, what the fuck? They waste millions of tons of water on water leaks every single day of the week. So that's not going to matter. So yeah, you could run a fan by your tap, no electricity required. Why haven't we got them? And it would keep it cool. Even utilizing the rainwater to drive a turbine in the past. Why aren't we doing this? I just beyond a joke. Actually, it's that simple that I can't even believe that everyone's not doing it. So yeah, you can get the bigger versions as well, running like, you know, pressure water, big generators. So yeah, I don't know when they stop using water turbines, hydroelectricity, if you like. It's not exactly free energy, but in a way it is, because you've got the energy of the water pushing. But water, you know, in its moving state, does create an electrical charge anyway, as I'm sure you know, which is why you have to earth your water pipes, because the running water creates a charge. So hydroelectric dynamo, $15 there. And look at that one, 2 cylinders. Chug away, a generator that runs off a tap, guys. Why are we fucking around with petrol? Why are we fucking around full stop? This one, Red Devil water motor. We'll wash bottles, run cooling fans, polish silverware, sharpen cutlery. Fuck me. Yeah, you can just do anything with these things. Why haven't we got these in the modern day? Maybe they do sell them. I haven't seen them. Anyone seen these in the modern day being sold? Let me know in chat, because I haven't. This one, no handle. You pour water in it and it peels your spuds. Peels your spuds. Oh, I can't stand peeling spuds or washing dishes. This is no. Let the Red Devil do your work. Running water. Who knew? Well, it is. That one was a compressor, Eric Red, I think. But again, you know, used by water turbine. Electro massager. And after shaving, nothing like it. Ooh. So you can imagine the permeations with a hydro massager. Yeah. Hydro massage. Yeah. So just, you can just, it'll. Ooh. And this is a new patent of water motor here from London, City Road. And this one, an inexpensive water motor. So they are cheap as chips ones, which create a little charge as well. You could even run your sewing machine by running a tap. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. Hydro, what is it? Hydronamo. Hydronamo. £3 for that one in Salford. And Voltaire, what else they got? Self-generating electrical cycle lamp, which is a dynamo. I had one of them as a kid. That's not so rare. Imperial Duo dry battery lighting set. You know. Encyclopedia Electrica. This is exceptional value. And then, of course, you got to go back. Volcanic. I can't even say it. Don't worry. Electric scarf pins. I don't know exactly what they do. And electrical torches, which we have one day, which we might call flashlights. So yeah, this is Italian technology. It's beyond me. They're using water. Yeah, so anything to do with the Phoenicians. I think they would have been in use in the past. I can't believe that we're not using them in the modern day. So higher ray, Boston mud flood. Much love, brother. So 530 of you watching. Do you know about this case? This is in London in the Victorian era. It ran right the way through, apparently 80 years of the 1800s, with the tales that people will tell you about spring-heeled Jack. So apparently it appeared in a newspaper cartoon, and then apparently people were complaining about strange occurrences with a character who was a bit of a joker, who could jump fully over buildings, spring-heeled Jack. And he apparently was doing, you know, as you can see there, terrible things. But he had these spring heels, and then he could just spring over 4-story buildings and the rest. You can see there, tales of what he got up to. So apparently, yeah, Scourge of London for apparently 80 years. So how long he was living, I don't know. They say that apparently he changed and then he looked like the devil. Spring-heeled Jack had a cape and horns and pointy ears and looked like the devil, according to the narrative. Spring Heel Jack there in a wine cellar looking just like the devil. Isn't that weird? So yeah, did it happen? I don't know, but I tell you what, it's definitely in London mythos and definitely in the London story. Many people, if you're in London, everyone will know about Spring Heel Jack and the stories of him springing over fences like this, you know, to just spring and look like the devil. So I'm related to a body snatcher, Burke and Hare, related to Hare, the body snatcher. So awesome. Big up to the body snatchers. I don't mean the Scar group, although they were pretty nice. So, oh, that's really realistic, that painting. It looks almost three-dimensional. Yeah. So there he is. They come and try to get him, and he was punching people, and he was jumping from one building to another. So parkour of the day. They hunted him down, but Jack made an escape. Where he is in the modern day, we don't know. So yeah, it's a really interesting story. Bit like Batman, definitely superhero-ish, Eric, the story, and I really think it has been copied by Shadow Man and other superheroes. The story of he was on crack cocaine. Well, that may be the case. People can do extraordinary things on crack cocaine, can't they? So, boo. Share some images of Tartaria. These came up this week. These are I showed an image last week of Petra in Jordan, which is very famous, as we all know, for tourists. But in this image is in 1860s, Higher Son of Overbrook Man. They show Petra all vegetative, and this is in the desert, but not in this period. I'm curious of this arch here. So what do you witness? A lot of meltage. This is what you witness with Petra. So apparently this was the treasury, so they say. And the beautiful thing about this picture is the first time that I've ever seen these inscriptions or these statues. If you look at the images in the modern day, you're going to see they're not there. What do I see? I think it might be the faceless knight. I think. I'm not sure. But it is Phoenician sort of decoration. We'll have a look. It goes right down the valley. So the exterior is a bit like, it's definitely a Phoenician temple, isn't it? So yeah, they say it's the treasury, and it's all inside, carved out area, isn't it? Outside, vegetative. No one's been there. 1860s. Nobody has been to this place. No one's been to Egypt. No one's been to Syria. Nobody's been to the Middle East. All of it is ruined. Check this out for meltage. The staircases going up into what looks like a melted mountain. This looks like an eagle's head with the eye closed and like the beak, doesn't it? And this looks like a dog head with the eye and the nose, nostrils. So that stairs coming down, but what is, like you can see here on the side, these are all walls, everything's all fudge fucked. Fudge fucked is a scientific mud flood term for melted. Wow, look at this. So someone's just scutched all that away very crudely and exposed this cube on a plinth. What is in the cube? That's what it's all about. These things are all over antiquity, and I think there's something in them. Maybe it's booby-trapped earth. But this stuff looks melted. And this stuff looks melted. Underneath it is brick, stone or something. Look. Doobie-doobie-doo-up. Wow. So these, you know, to me, these buildings look like they were there already, and all of this stuff just came along after, and you know, then just solidified, instantly solidified in the great solidification. That's a term. Wow, it looks completely messed up, doesn't it? So yeah, they cleaned it up and made it a tourist attraction in the modern day, haven't they? But then there's a lot of grass around. It's like desert, but they've got like a lot of grass and vegetation in these, and really low openings. I think these are a lot lower. They definitely look mud flooded in. They look melted. Petra. It looks like melted as hell. Look at all these buildings, temples, statues, and they're all in this big, messy blob of fudge. Right, this one. Oh my God. It looks like something hot, like a hot butter knife had sliced the front of it off. Like slice that bit off, slice that bit off, and it all melted. How could that even happen outside of heat? "200 years ago, big Kush brother." For I would say so too, mate. So yeah, front view of the great high place of Petra. But that one looks melted as hell. I wonder what it's like inside. Cool. They're large. Look, all of this is just buildings, all overgrown, all melted out from that world. I bet cryptids were in this place. Look at this. What? It's a little bit different to like places like Cappadocia or other, other cities carved out of mountains. This one is completely different. These bits look like they should be in Pumapunko or South America. Yeah, craziness. 555. That's a good number. Why, God, look at that. Just nuts. So yeah, like I said, lots of vegetation. Statues are still there. They've been like eradicated, and nothing has been there. You can see that. Otherwise, the vegetation had been all moved away. People walking through and stuff. Yeah, this place has been blitzed, and hardly anyone's been here since. Look, it's melted, all of it. Imagine what that city looked like. The Emerald Castle, the Wizard of Oz, something along those lines. Anyway, next we're going to look into star forts. Okay, guys, I'm going to come back for a second. I'm going to share a video. I'm going to show you, right, that no matter, except and Britain, although Britain hasn't got a large amount of star forts, but has got some. Chatham, Plymouth, Portsmouth, Fort William. There are a few, and I've been to one or two myself. But the rest of the world is absolutely saturated in star forts. Let me just show you a second what I mean. I'm going to leave the camera for a second. Okay. So yeah, check this out. So these are everywhere in the world. Narden, I think I've been to Narden. I think Ardman lives in Narden. Imagine living in a star fort, all that water around you, all that energy as well it produces. So yeah, check these out. I'll be back now. So yeah, everywhere in the world, everywhere in the world has big, expansive star fortage. I'll just stop sharing a minute. Now I've got a collection of pictures I picked up this week, and these, I've got millions of star fort images, but these ones are beautiful, and they're the ones of Europe, not nowhere else, and they will show you that every country, some apparently mortal enemies, are sharing exactly the same star fort plans, if they are what they say they are, which they're not. These are not originally military bastions. These are unbelievably technological, cymatic patterns. These look just like a technology. Now, apparently, in the Middle Ages, or this period, 1600s, they're building houses that look like Tudor buildings. Okay, so they're wooden, they're shit, mottle and dub, thatched roofs and all of that. But apparently for every single city, they're managing to do that in Europe. And the city goes inside. Is it to protect you from enemies? Amsterdam's my favorite. I covered this in my first book, Holy Grail of a Flat Earth, and the fact that it'd been designed on the shape of a beaver's head, but look at that. It's on the entire thing. So I wouldn't mind going to a little trip to Amsterdam one day in the future. Maybe we should do some flat earthy things there. It's pretty well behaved there compared to Britain. Wow. So where is that one? It is the villa of, Anvers is Antwerp. Ha 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 ha, he says. And Brussels, my God, look at it. It looks a little bit like a hedgehog, doesn't it? And they have these little satellite ones, mini hedgehog ones as well. These all part. I can imagine this all charging up and just being like I can see it as a super weapon, shooting giant pulses, which is just, phew, if anything was untowards to happen to anybody, these would be fantastic as an actual defense. Ostend, place I've been to a good few times, but I can't remember ever seeing any Starfort. Luxembourg Starfort is still there in the modern day. Hedgehog named Sonic. Oh, good one. Yeah, I like that. Look at this, Danzig. I have been there. That was stretching when I went there back in the day. Danzig before then. Very fought after part of the world. Look at their Starfort systems. Always on a river, always with the river going through it. So the river's part of its technology, water, cooling, energy moving through. Water cooling, just like a computer. Because I think these are old world computer components, if you like. And look at the skyline of Maastricht. Antiquitechy, isn't it? That even looks like something out of our future, not out of our past, doesn't it? Look at it. It's out of a sci-fi film. Wow. Did they show you these in school? No, it was castles, wasn't it? They didn't tell you literally anything. I didn't realize that Venice was a Starfort. I didn't know. And I was there literally 4 or 5 months ago. Literally stayed in a place right there where my arrow is, in the Jewish ghetto, which was really, really weird for me. It was a very strange experience, I've got to be honest. Highly strange. Look at that church up on the hill, the Mount Corpsines, and that is Turin, where the Turin shroud is kept. So mud outside, really. And another observation that I'm going to make is all of these engravings are always from that same bird's eye perspective, from the same elevation. And that gives me a really big suspicion with anything, really. It's like, Matt, how do you know everything's not AI? Well, I don't know how long AI has been, but I can tell you that a lot of the stuff, like the books I've had, and I've had for like 8-9 years, and like they had Photoshop and stuff, but AI wasn't really all over everything back then. It was more of a nice time on the internet. We used to have some good fun. There was good shows. We also have hangouts. Really good little, really excited about the truth and all of that. And now it's all AI bollocks, isn't it? So Naples, excuse me. And they got a phoenix or something there in the corner. But they did have the Mount Vesuvius thing in their midst. So what's this one? I'm not sure, but again, but on a peninsula, on a prominent, on a river, and every single one of them will be as well. But yeah, so amazing. Look at that one. It's not exactly a Starfort. Oh, Trieste, I've been there twice. It's right on the border with Yugoslavia back in the day. Yeah, beautiful. days in Trieste. So yeah, everywhere in Europe's got big, expansive. Look at these ones, just mad. Palma, Mallorca, wow, just craziness that all of these places got them. Milan's one. So literally every city, and like I said, some of these are mortal enemies. I'm sure that like they're not, exchanging. The Spanish aren't exchanging plans with the French or the British, for example. Yeah, everyone's got exactly the same Star Forts. Not exactly; they're all different charges. Which is why in battle they say charge. Everyone's like zzz, charging their weapons. That's Vienna. Just amazing, isn't it? Beautiful. But yeah, Mönchengladbach. But München, look at it. All of it looks way futuristic. Stacks of antiquity tech. Again, from a bird's eye perspective, though. Ooh, that one's weird. Oh. So yeah, I've been talking about these for many years now. I definitely, my mind's still blown by them because of their technological advancement for what they tell us is happening with the late Middle Ages, copper and chisel, and yeah, they're coming out with these. You got to imagine, how are they even drawing these maps? They're always from a bird's eye perspective. How does somebody get military plans, because these are military, and then they're making like documents of military secrets, and then they all end up in these booklets years later? What am I missing? Everyone's sharing plans. No, these are older. They were there already. Yeah, probably because of the connection with water, probably Phoenician built. Yeah, the masters of water everywhere, and they had the technology of the old world, part of the, one for a better word, circuit board city world that we lived in. Definitely. And I think they're still doing something as well. But since we've been offline, since the last reset on TikTok, I mean, these things are not humming anymore the same way they were. People live inside them, though. So yeah, many beautiful star forts. Look at this one. All the buildings inside the churches, the bells. That one's not really star forty, is it? But that one is. So yeah, Frankfurt on Main. So Germany's got the shit in a handbag as well. I feel sorry. It used to be such a beautiful place and clean streets and everything, and they got all the same problems as Britain now. It's horrible to Hanover. It's horrible to watch. Years ago, they used to say like, "Oh, it's going to be the fall of civilization soon," and then you're there 10 years later, fucking, and then be like, "Well, we're still here. It didn't really happen, did it?" Well, I think it's happening for real now. Takeover has happened. Whatever's happened has been an invasion, and we got a new paradigm coming. They're going to try and force down our throat, giving up any sovereignty we have. Yeah, selling your soul, giving your life to the government. How can you even trust them people? And they send you to your death, and they got buildings, temples of death to put people in and polish them fucking off, and try and make out, because they're double gaslighting you and fucking Stockholm syndrome, that they're doing you a favor. So the government, and I will say this publicly, the government do cause the death of people. They do. Through circumstances. Nothing they do helps any. All they do is help themselves. The middle classes, they ain't even the middle classes anymore. They're in the shit too, and they're worried about their money as well. I know they are. The upper classes, the elites, they're fucking gone. All them millionaires in Turkey, they ain't staying there. Not anymore. The state of that place and what's happened with every single seaside resort, including Bournemouth, there, the money's not staying. They're gone. they're going. They're gone. They're gone. They ain't staying. I wouldn't. If I had money as well, I wouldn't stay here either to watch a fucking demise of my country. And nobody can do anything about it. If you say anything and complain, you're a terrorist or criminal or something. You can't go to the police because they're a mercenary army for the corporates or whatever they are. But they used to be the Bobby. They used to help people and protect them. Now everyone's shit scared of them and they're thought of as criminals. Everywhere in Britain, that's how we think. It's terrible. No trust. So we can't go to the army, and the government's trying to kill everyone. So what are you supposed to do? Who'd you run to? Well, people need to get wise, and they need to do it soon, because the fact is that in another 10 years, it won't even matter anymore. And we let it, I'm not going to, it won't happen on my watch anyway, because I'll fight to the end, but I'm not going to allow this to ride and get beyond us and just leave it and just let it all happen without even fucking any resistance. And then everyone, like, at the end is like, oh shit, what are we going to do now? Nothing. You can't do nothing once you've done it. Yeah, you have to not consent. I have faith there's enough good people in this place, guys. I really do. That, care about the future, care about the children, of the future children of this place, and what we're going to leave them, because we can't leave this world to them. The state is in. It's just fucking nuts. All the countries are the same. The governments are double fucking nuts. I don't care what country you're from. Your government's in that case. And the people are always suffering. Taxation is the worst of it, as we know. So here is the Black Sun cult of the Resecutionists, the Thula movement, and they, like Alva Billy just stated, use their hair as an antenna for the information that is in the field. Because all of the information's out there. You just got to get your frequency, get the data, pull it in. Yeah, there's loads of ways to get data downloads. Actually, there's plenty of ways of doing that. It's magic, if you like, but you can hack the matrix and get downloads. Plugging in is a good one. So yeah, this is in Paris. Satan's Trias. Is it Trias? Triator Vice. Okay. So Vice, what are we talking? Sir Vice. Or Sirens is Sir on the front as well, isn't it? And boycott as well. We need to boycott. What do you mean? Boy in a cot. Boycott. What the fuck? It's all in the language, isn't it? So yeah, these are just obscure, I guess, in dark, weird artworks of interest that I've downloaded. I'm not sure what's going on, but I can see a face in that dome. Glass dome. So yeah, in the past, in the medieval period, this is how they explained where babies come from. It's all like, and insides. You can see you've got lungs, you've got heart, you've got spleen, liver, pancreas, little things inside you. So they say. I'm not buying any of it. So yeah, this is greed. So apparently when you go to hell, if you've been a greedy guts, they'll say, you want some food? Go on, get it all down you. And they force you to eat and drink over and over and over again all day long. And you're not allowed to go poo because it's hell. So you just get bigger and bigger and bigger and explode like that guy in The Meaning of Life, Monty Python film. Hieronymus Bosch. Again, right. How is he doing this? No, this is Bruegel. This is Bruegel. Okay. Now, Peter Bruegel, the elder, how can he do this painting from a bird's eye perspective when it looks like a photograph? There is literally 101 things going on in this medieval depiction. What are people doing? Getting wankered, mostly. Some animal people. Can you see that one? Some strange cults going on. So I think it's always been the same. I think the cults in the past are the same cults as now. Religious cults are the weirdest. It's all just weird cults. This is what happens when you fucking literally give your sovereignty or your energy to non-entities or cults. Sucks your chi off. Not a good thing. Scarab beetles. Look at that for a beautiful bit of jewelry. So yeah, the beetles. Something to do with scarab beetles. I think it's all to do with like probably Crowleyanism. There's always a connection with the Egyptians. Levitation. Free energy, but I think there's something more going on with the scarab. They showed this on the Gotthard tunnel opening, that very satanic opening I showed on my channel. Remember that? And they had all the world leaders there and people like dressed naked, biting one another and doing really weird shit, honest to God. But they did have like the devil show up on a screen, and then they had all scarab beetles. So there was a close connection with satanic occultism and scarab. I don't know what it is exactly. I love pussies. These ones are really lovely and soft, as you can see. Luxury cats. So they're really all right cats. They don't give a shit about you, though. I'm telling you. No, my cat loves me. You feeding it? It fucking loves you. Dogs are different. Dogs, they literally look at you like they love you. And if you go out, yeah, if you go out, your cat's like, fucking good, bye. You go out on your dog's like, crying. It's crying all the time. It's literally crying as well. It's just mad, upset. I remember reading about Rupert Sheldrake doing a psychic experiment with his dogs, or his dog. And what he did, he said that dogs were so psychic they could pick up when their owner was leaving work. So he put it to the test, and he literally went around the block and tried to fool the dog who was in the window barking, but he couldn't fool the dog. The dog knew exactly the moment his owner was going to get home. There's sort of extra proof about this place with the morphic fields and all that being interconnected. It's like psychic stuff going on. But yeah, morphic fields is also very interesting. So yeah, look at this crocodile thing flying in the sky and this rod. These are rods, aren't they? I've seen these. So there's a rod and a banshee screaming, and it messes your ears up bad. It's like, ah. So yeah, award ceremonies are fucking dozy, aren't they? Excuse the French. So President Trump, yeah, just insults everybody in America by knighting fucking Gene Simmons, Mr. Mascoid, and his boyfriend. Okay, kiss. Yeah, he literally gives him an award, which is like an American knighthood, and also Rocky. Yeah, and I get Sylvester Stallone getting an award. Yeah, I get that. So in Britain, we got the equivalent as well. They gave Roger Daltrey, the greatest rock star in living history, The Who, an OBE. He tried to, wiggle out of it later on his little interview, saying, "Yeah, I took it. Like I haven't sold out. I'm still like with greatest band that ever was." And really rancid, insipid TV presenters from British media, like Claudia Winkleman. Now, is Claudia Winkleman a Winkle man? She shit out of nowhere as well. I can't remember her years ago before that stupid program dancing thing she was on. Anyway, because she just done a load of adverts, they just threw an award at her. The king gave it to her. You are Claudia Winkleman. And she's like, and she can't see him through her fucking fringe. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm on about, don't even worry. Knightings, Sir Knightings, and all of that. Yeah, you being a Sir Marticus. Literally, I'm going to do it myself. I am going to knight me. I knight you, Sir Marticus of Ely. Knight you with my split sword. I knight you. So I've just knighted myself, and being as I am far spiritually superior to all of these, I am completely entitled to knight myself. because I'm literally more superior spiritually than the King of England. So I can knight myself. So I just made myself Sir Marticus of Ely. You don't have to call me that, though. Don't call me sir. Don't worry about it. Just scrap out what you said anyway. Look at this fish. This fish bites this man's neck off. Fucking hate that. I went to the chip shop the other day, fish and chip shop. There was police everywhere outside. I said, what's happened? They said, oh, it's fucking terrible. Some fish got battered. Sounds a lot. All right, it's not that funny. The old-fashioned jokes are usually funny. So yeah, they use a picture of the inside of my head after some bug spray. No, I'm not on the bug spray. This is not naked lunch. Although, if it was around, would you partake in the bug spray if it got strange? What about the Dana Scanner Darkly drug, the little blue flower? Would you partake? They got it. They got the Scanner Darkly drug. The drugs is rubbish now. And why the fucking hell would anyone take hard drugs anyway? Fentanyl, have you seen the state of them? Why would they do that? If you could literally show a video to people 10 years, say, look, this is in year 2025, zombie Armageddon actually happened, and show you the streets of like Britain or Vancouver or something, you'd literally be like, fuck me, it's zombie Armageddon. I just like that. That's a pretty sort of cemetery statue, which I'm very partial to. So here's some sirens. As you can see, they're a bit lusty. We won't hold that against them, will we? It's like, oh, what have you got in your box today, Satan? Well, I've got some fresh peaches, which I was allergic to, actually, when I was a kid. It's the only thing I was allergic to in my life was fresh peaches, because the fluff around them would give me a rash, yeah. But I grew out of that, and I have no problem with any fluff rashes anymore. So, yeah, let's carve up a dead body for a laugh. Where are you going? I'm going down to having a bit of anatomical research. That looks nothing like America. It says Ameri. Well, I guess a little bit like North America. Not really, though. It's these two fucking islands, yeah. I don't know what they're looking at there. It's just really bad photography. So, yeah, what we're going to do is go and carve up a dead body. I don't think I could do that, actually. I'd probably vomit something or feel really nauseous. That's just so not me. Anyway, let's have a look at some animals. Now, I definitely think that people are a mix of different animals, because I have seen a lot of women, or people, excuse me, looking like pigs. Like, literally. I've seen them like, Aya, we didn't burn him. Like Tubbs, yeah. Now, there is no mistaking that pandas are ridiculously stupid, aren't they? Look at them. Are they real? Because I thought they were a psyop, a bit like Greenland and Australia. But no, they really exist, both Greenland and Australia, and these little fuckers. So, yeah, they tried to get them to mate. So what species cannot reproduce? So they had Ming Ming and Chi Chi, and they brought them to London Zoo, and they're like, everybody, quick, they're going to fuck. Quick, everybody, kids, come on. And everyone runs over to the fence, and then you got like, we can't have sex now because everybody's watching. And this is what happens with pandas, is they can't have sex where everyone watches, because that's disgusting. But they are cute, aren't they? So, yeah, this happens a lot as well. If you are going to be impersonating a horse, it's very attractive offer if you're a moose. Goose, I love geese. They're brilliant. Have you seen them? They're so cute as well. And they teach pigeons how to dance. They attack you as well if they don't like you. They don't attack me, geese. They don't attack me. They love me. Geese love me. Geese and pigeons both love me. I've never had a geese attack. I've never had a pigeon attack. I've had plenty of dog attacks. That's all. Yeah. Oh, look at them. They cut and everything. They're lovely. So I seen a couple of bears in Czech Republic. They were guarding Krumlov Castle. They've been there like 400 years. Not the same ones, but the descendants of. They was as happy as fuck. Hugh, we have a donkey. Now, if I ever get rich, okay, I was thinking I'm looking to get a few quid together because the New Year's coming and that. I need a few quid, so I'm thinking about selling sperm. Do you think I might be able to do that online? Yeah, vaccinated sperm. It's probably worth a few quid. Listen, £100 for a CC. £100 for a CC, so I should do thousands. No, really, it's got to be worth a few quid. All right, admittedly, my semen will be a bit stoned, okay, and it swims the wrong way. So highly unlikely you would get pregnant with the semen. But it's happy. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Just putting it out there anyway. Not the semen, just putting it out there. Suggestion. Pay money. Oh, sorry, I had to make you jump. See, they just put up with anything, cats. When they look at him, he just sat on his face. He's like, oh, the cats don't give a shit. I love cats. I had a cat once, but when I wasn't paying it any attention, it bit me on the shoulder. It's not a precise science. Things don't precisely fit as well. I don't know what God was thinking. God invented a lot of stupid things. God's wife actually invented the avocado seed, obviously, because that's fucking dull, isn't it? It's stupidly big. All the evil stuff, I'm not sure who invented that. So, yeah, bunny rabbits are one of my favorites. There's one of those little pug things, but it's beautiful. Look at his ears. They look like they're not even real. And ducklings. I don't know whether to be scared or what. Would you run up and give it a hug? No, because his claws will wrap your fucking face up. These are the best. They're endangered, right? Sparrows are endangered. When I was a kid, sparrows were everywhere, right? Yeah, they're not everywhere anymore. Hedgehogs are rare. I always put food out for hedgehogs, and you can go up and stroke them as well. They are very, very lovely. They're little hogs, little piggies, if you like. So yeah, they look really cutchy, pandas as well. You ever seen that sketch on the Mighty Boosh when he gets put into a panda's costume and locked in the panda's cage? Yeah. So I think horses are probably the most beautiful creatures on earth. I don't know. They're just absolutely fantastic. And donkeys are like horses, but they're just softer and lovelier. Well, goats as well. I love goats. Goats are amazing. We used to have a lot of these when I was a kid. People used to paint them and shit, though. That's a bit cruel. Yeah, tortoise orgy. And they're keeping fit as well, pandas. Check them out. Ladybugs. Oh, I did get attacked by a swarm of ladybugs near the Severn Bridge in a heat wave in the mud. Little bastards bit me senseless. I was like, ladybugs, little bastards. I was. Ee-aw! Ee-aw! See them adverts give money to like sponsor a donkey. They won't get that money. They don't know charities that actually work or real. So just mentally send love to them donkeys. And if anyone is actually making donkeys carry loads and loads of house bricks, well, God's watching. Imagine the karma on them individuals for being cruel to a donkey. Jesus was on a donkey. Little donkey, little donkey. Oh, look at that for sync. We got the nativity. And it's Christmas. Christmas. As little donkey, little donkey. Ah, it's baby Jesus. Three, baby Jesus. Yay. Subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you. Okay. Some people got like I noticed. I read the other day that Liam Gallagher had a house full of rescue dogs. I got a mate that got a house full of rescue dogs. Two things that don't exist. No, Jesus exists. I think he's awesome. I mean, woo, go Jay, go Jay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Don't Hare Krishna sound like Hail Satan? It's weird. So yeah, rides in the back of a dinosaur. Great fun, naked. So yeah, the Beatles and the monkeys. Now, the beetles, they roll a dung ball and they make the Rolling Stones. Wow. I just made a super connection. So, yeah, if you go out into the woods alone, you could get, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nothing is what you think. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? I want a Yeti, mate. They're just fucking Chewbacca's, isn't they, man? Imagine coming a Yeti coming round. They'd be... Listen, it's not their fault they smell a bit, okay? Don't hold that against Yeti, bro, yeah? So, yeah, they could, like, you know, come in for dinner, cup of coffee. As long as it's not walking like that in the house, because I would be a bit concerned. Yeah, so like I said, don't go in the forest on your own, because you could get attacked by deers. Forget the supernatural shit. That ain't happening. Fucking deers will have you. All hail. Do you feel really happy? Did that make you feel happy? Are we having the best Scooby-Doo time ever? Look, Shaggy too. I wonder why they called him Shaggy. Yeah. Velma. And what's the other girl's name? Did you ever want to see him kiss? No, it's just me then. Don't worry. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, BFF. I'm in like Flynn. Yeah, this is where too much LSD is no good. This guy is still actually on DMT, look. Really, he sat on a park bench. In his mind, he's got his ass in the air in the jungle, in the woods. Yeah, this is what they were doing on Noah's Ark, look, before he found the ganja plants that the dove brought back. What it should have been. Whoa! Who mentioned Murtley earlier? Yes way, Dusky. Fuck yes way. We got a Murtley. That's a Murtley laugh. Cruelty to animals. No, it's not cruel. That's an L. Look, people used to train lions to do stupid shit in the past. Lions, bears. Oh, I'd love to touch a bear. I bet they're really soft and big. But if they don't like you, they just fucking kill you. Buffaloes too. I imagine they smell, but I bet they're fucking soft. Do you think they killed all the buffaloes? Do you think they poisoned the North American Indians with smallpox blankets? You know, a disease? Do you think that's likely? Or do you think something else more nefarious may have happened to the actual population of America at the time? Well, let's not talk about that. Batsy! Yeah, kill that fucker. Hand on quarter him. I mean Batman Club anyway. Right? No, Batman's evil. I don't like Superman either, actually. Or any of them. So here's two centurions in their actual movie footage. It was taken of two actual centurions. 3 actual centurions, only he's had his head put on the wrong way. He's a bit of an ass. Do you feel Christmassy? I do. I feel Christmassy. Bloody Jesus, isn't it? Yeah, I feel so Christmassy. Let's set him alight. We didn't burn him. Kind of sounds like you did burn him. We never. There's Ted. He rode a moose through the streets, but there's no video evidence. So if it ain't in a photograph, Teddy, it ain't true. They named teddy bears after Teddy Roosevelt. I wonder why. Was he cutchy? Because teddy bears are cutchy, aren't they? Packs of dogs. Now, I noticed when I went to Portugal last year, they had wild dogs and wild cats everywhere, and they were not sociable. I mean, dogs always come up and say, "Hi, man, help me." These dogs, they didn't want no food. The cats were, well, fucking emaciated, and they didn't want no food. So what is it with the cats and dogs in this bleeding place? They just probably just lost the will to live like everybody else there in that part of the world. Shit grass. I mean, it's the grass. Never again. But I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about life. And I thank God for my experiences. All of them. Which have been many, and I'm very happy for. I've had a brilliant, crazy life. So yeah, Phoenician shit. Here we go. Pontus. It's a sort of fountain, I'm guessing, in a place in Europe. But you can see it's that famous Phoenician whale, if you like, which they ride. You see these everywhere, don't we? But a whale hasn't got two bees. A whale has got one blowhole. So it's not a whale. I don't know what it is. And they're worshipping the cow. Did you not hear that Moses said, "No, not allowed. Do not worship at the cow. Eat the cow. Do not worship it." So yeah, this guy in this Dura image is showing you that we could ride bears, no problem whatsoever. Nobody wasting nobody. Oh, is this William of Orange? No, it is King Charles and a Masonic doctoring. But it's all in Hebrew, so I can't spell. It was Masonic. So the Expositions International, they built a few and knocked a few down. I covered it this week or last week, and I did a new video this week. If you haven't caught it, it's only a day old. 10,000 watched it, about extraterrestrials, which means extra land. I think that there's more land. I've always thought it. I think that's what the deal is. I think that's what all of this is about, is them hiding the fact that we're in a tiny, shitty part of a much, much wider, bigger, awesomer world. And we're in the middle, slummy bit. Okay? So that's why they don't care about what they do to us and when they move peoples everywhere and treat us like shit, generation after generation. 200 years. That's all this fucking thing goes on for. And then boom, reset. New structure of society. New people. Absolutely awesome. Well, anyway, I'm a warrior for God, so I will fight to the end. This psychic battle. So this is in Rome, and this building's been fudged, fucked, and melted, as you can see. And they've bricked up and put rooms into it. I haven't seen it with my own eyes. And there's all rooms there. But look at this. It was stone initially, guys. And it's all been melted. But apparently from Rome, 2,000 years ago. Everything's 2,000 years ago. So there's the Tritons, basically the archbishops of Canterbury, and the mermen, which are always showing up as well. I think the mermen and the merwomen are real. I think they go in positions of high power because they got high strength, high psychic abilities, and superior intelligence. Yeah, so I think that they take high position jobs, which is why they cut in the whole Phoenician maritime law narrative into everything, and then underlying all of that is all the watery weirdness around birth and religion, which is also connected to watery weirdness. So yeah, I don't know how they can do this in an old book. I've talked about anatomy before, and I had a doctor told me in my comments when I've shown some of these before that there is no way that you could draw human nervous system. He said it spludges out like a jellyfish, so you wouldn't be able to do it. So it's like some sort of CT scan available for them to do these in the past, not slicing them and drawing them, because they wouldn't be able to see the nerve systems. Okay. Robotics. How far did they get with robotics? Is that why these buildings in the past had no toilets? Because they were occupied by an android race, and why the need for people? AI built itself, AI of the past built itself bodies and got rid of the smelly people, because like Agent Smith said in The Matrix, you guys, well, you smell. That's what he said, Agent Smith, yeah, to Anderson. So you guys smell. It's not bad. That's what he said. So apparently to the computer people, we stink a bit. So they want to get rid of us because of that. So yeah, how far did they get with robotics? I couldn't possibly tell you, but robotic arms are in this old book. Maybe they had exoskeletons. Well, there you are. That's you. Yeah. Yeah. Meat's bag with a skin suit. That's us. And that's who we really are, is the fascia. Excuse me, the fascia under our skin. And if you scrape off your skin like that, you can see white, and that's the fascia. And every human being in the world, if they scrape their skin off, it's got exactly the same fascia, proving that we're all actually completely the same. And there's only one of us here, so there's another kick in the shin for you right there. So if you're not happy with an all-loving, caring, compassionate, forward-thinking, smart way forward, which is what we're doing, because we're not going to waste an opportunity. I'll be gutted if I fucking let all of this like pass. The world falls into fucking it's Armageddon now, but I mean, you know, vast amounts of people being harmed would really make people do something. The works of the famous Ambrosi. Oh, does he make rice pudding as well? Ambrose Parry. This is interesting. This is the Maginot Line in World War II. So you can see the Americans have stopped there to take a break. It's a large defensive battery, cannons and stuff, separated Germany from France. And it has a date of 1932 on it, which was built just before the war. They knew all of this was coming because they built and prepared for it. Do I feel that there's war coming now? Do I think they're actually going to actually have a fucking war? Do I actually think that? Well, I've been hearing it for years and years and years. And the sabers are rattling, but like going back 2 months ago, I remember we were going to have a nuclear war with Persia. Do you remember that? We were going to have a nuclear war with Iran. What happened then? Everyone just like, hey-ho, on with the show. Can you imagine, right, the presidential debate in the year 2030? The President Kardashian addresses people. Hiya, because she's a bit like that, isn't she? Hiya, people. How you all doing? I know your president. I'm wondering about this, right? So this is in World War II. I'm wondering about this is a Sherman tank. Now, a Sherman tank shell, okay, I know for a fact, would obliterate that building. So that Sherman didn't do it. Something else did, and it blew a hole in the wall, but it only left the hole in the wall and not the windows blown out. So what kind of explosion did that? So whatever it was, my money's on a Piat that bounced the wall and bounced off and landed on the floor maybe. Otherwise, all them windows would have been shattered with the explosion. And the Sherman didn't do it because the entire building would have evaporated. I know that for a fact. These I never seen before. These were not really used much, I don't think. You never see them in any other pictures, but they're absolutely fabulous. Is these little mini cannons with a cover as well. I haven't really seen many of them. I haven't seen any of them, actually. So, this is the Lone Star battleship, okay? And you can see there's a load of men on the crow's nest. What are they doing all the way up there? And why is there all smoke coming out of the engine like that? Is the engine on fire? Is this in Pearl Harbor? No, I don't think the photograph would have been able to be taken. How's the photograph being taken? I do not know. But Lone Star battleship, Lone Star. I've seen the USS Texas. It was in Galveston. It was a fantastically big battleship. Very impressive. I love battleships myself. Check this out. Omaha Public Library this come from, and it's the Nebraska history. Oh, God. The expositions were everywhere in the world and electrified. Look how beautiful that is. And they always have that long moat like they get in Washington, D.C. Because that's what the Phoenician whole world looks like. That's what I reckon, anyway. The Grand Court. How beautiful is that? No people, though, obviously. Wow. And they built them statues just for temporary. Do you think they did that, guys? I bet you all in there is fasces and faceless knights and mermaids and mermen and all of that going on. Oh, it's the water, the fountains. So 1898, Nebraska. And they got that going on. 1898. Fully electrified as well. So anyone that remember Brezhnev? Used to be a Russian like president, El Presidente. Look at his Dennis Heelys, the monobrow. Women are actually having that paid to have them done now. It's like an upside. It's like a brow tash. A brow tash. It's very unbecoming, I must say. If you hang on, if you put his head on upside down, it'd make more sense. Brezhnev. Politicians don't know anything about fashion. So here they are building the Twin Towers. We've all heard of these. I will never, ever see the Twin Towers. No, I won't, because they're not there anymore. How many did they build? Is that the real one? Or is that the real one? Well, apparently the story is they started to build a third tower and apparently dismantled some of the third tower, and that became the third tower that was demolished on the day of the Great Demolition. So apparently, partly this is building 4, or maybe not. So yeah, I want one of these in my room over by there. And I would need an amplifier powerful enough. But yeah, if you can afford it, fucking finance it. You may remember that from the movie Ruthless People with Bette Midler. Yeah, the salesman selling some young spotty teenager a speaker this big, which makes your hair go. Look at this, the old world America. Old ladies off in their charabanc. And what do you think it's running on, guys? Compressed air, maybe? Water? Well, it ain't petrol. Not with that. So, yeah, check that Atarian house with all that beautiful decoration. Absolutely beautiful. Imagine living in such a delightful house. So, yeah, we posted this week about this grumpy cow, or this Satan character, and this was it before it left to go and be shipped on a ship apparently to America from Paris. Yeah, and then they got to take it and just rebuild it. The whole narrative makes no sense. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spikes because it is Sol Invictus, Satan, and the face looks completely different to me. You may want to compare yourself. The lips look different. Jesus, it's grumpy. Maybe if you come into America with a big fucking smiley face, like smiley, smileys, potato smileys, like that. Happy little faces would be much, much better. So yeah, in this street in the past, you can see that they got a load of paviors on the pavement ready to go down in the road. And everyone's staring at something. I don't think there's cars on the road either. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but it's maybe Mudford related. So yeah, apparently after the Great Fire of London, they made all of the chimneys of London big enough so that a small child could get down. Apparently, some of them are still down there to the modern day, really old, eating soot and slugs. And yeah, so apparently you take your son out in the old days, get it there, son, send him up. And apparently in British culture, it's really lucky to have a chimney sweep at your wedding, but don't let him brush the wedding dress because it will be black and stained. So the wedding dress is white. Do you know why they have it white? Well, it's to match the things in the kitchen, like the toaster and the microwave oven. I didn't mean that. Obviously, I'm not sexist. So yeah, this is in the film Dr. Strangelove. That's Stanley Kubrick's big cluey film about nuclear war, etc. And here they are, the round table, people like in the Bilderberg or the Club of Rome or the Trilateral or name your bloody cult, and they all discuss our futures and the futures of our children around these tables. A bit like Eyes Wide Shut, yeah? So I'm not sure if there is the fucking ins after this, but I suspect there is, because they're elites, aren't they? So they're like weird. Also, I've been talking about this for years. This is on a photograph of the Great Exposition in Paris, and on the fountain there's a statue with a lady's face, and some guy have sent me the email, Martin, for fuck's sake, it's literally a woman. I'm like, I know, I've been talking about it for years. Freaky, isn't it? It's not very clear. If you get the photograph, it's on my last post about Paris Exposition. You can see that this woman is, in fact, a human being and a giant. So, inadequacy. Let's have a look at inadequacy. Here is, I read a book by Peter Sellers' son, Peter, called P.S. I Love You, about his father giving him cocaine at 13 years of age. He's a bit of an unsavory character, but here he is with his girlfriend, Britt Eklund. And at the moment, she's like, what, I got a boyfriend? Kirk Douglas has just turned up, Dick Flash hard, and he's whipped her off, and he's like, oh, I see what you're doing there, Kurt, you big Hollywood stud, you. And I'm me, just a crusty old British. I can see what you're doing there. It's like, do you want me to just slap you? I'm taking your woman. He's like, eek! Okay, I seen you in Spartacus. You're really, really violent, aren't you? So I seen you in Doctor Strangelove. You've got a funny arm, haven't you? I never found Peter Sellers funny in the remotest. Spike Milligan I found funny, or Marty Feldman I found funny. But, oh no, I did laugh to Inspector Clouseau. That was Peter Sellers. Yeah. P.S. I Love You. Yeah, it's over there. It was a really good book, actually. My son read that 30 years ago. So Hollywood stars are finished now, aren't they? Well, fucking hell, done and dusted. They are. Now, I don't think that all Hollywood stars are switcheroonies. Not all of them. I would hate to think that of Halle Berry or Harry, or to her friends, Harry Belly. Okay. No, I think she's Dan, and I love her. Okay. Denzel Washington went all truthy, didn't he? He's one of them, though. I know that. But what can we say about Denzel? Do you like him? He's all right, isn't he? I don't think he's a woman. But yeah. So I'm just going to put it out there that I don't think, Halle Berry is dude. Okay. She's in John Wick 4. She's in a new film at the moment, looking really, really tasty. I dare to think that Vera's a woman. Okay, I'm just putting that out there now. Okay, I don't think so. I might be wrong though. They grow titties and everything these days, don't they? Oh, they're probably both in. See what I mean? Denzel Washington, though. Don't know to you. I can't even say no. You just don't even know. Look at the. I know that's what I know. The hand gestures. I know they're in the club. All actors probably. That's the thing. See, yeah. I know. Well, it's not only they got to do the Harvey thing before they get the job, right? They think when they're being made to do like shitty insurance adverts, that they just get away with it. Nothing happens. But one day there's a knock at the door, and some big dude comes through the door, and he's saying, "I'm a representative of our boss, Satan. You got something like dick." So even though they think they're clear of it, every now and again, Satan's representative turns up in a limousine, and you got to do the dirty deed. So is it worth it, the money? Is it worth selling? No, fuck no. Fuck no. That might not be true, but I'm putting it out there because Martin Lawrence said it was true, and I believe it. Why? Because he got my name and my son's name, Martin Lawrence. How can that be wrong? So what's that, Ed? RH negative people always have unorthodox skulls. Well, my sister is in fact RH negative, monkey blood, and her skull is normal. My skull is abnormal. I haven't got RH. I got the normal one, which is the common one, A, B, O. That one. I got that one. It's not important anyway to know what your blood is. It's the fucking, they're making it up anyway. Oh, we're just going to call your blood a number or letter. So what's that, free soul hippie? All is watching, all is known. There you go. That's the camp I'm in. Yeah. Just remember at night, if you're doing anything you shouldn't be doing, okay, knowing that God is watching, okay. Eric, smoking with you got Good advice. Taste the tap water truth today. You're listening in. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, okay, we got Flatmas is coming. We're on the 12th of the month, 2025. God, didn't this year go quick, guys? Jesus. Been a really good year, though. I got to be honest. It went a bit weird. My life does go weird. I ended up homeless in Italy. Things went to shit in a handbag in Spain. And usual fucking stuff. But yeah, I'm holding out that in the future, something will actually work out. I don't know. But I do get around, don't I? So there is that. Do you have red hair? A bit, yeah. A bit. Yeah, you can see I'm a bit of a ginger. I used to when I was young, B. Williams. I had a bit of a purple in my hair as well. It goes sort of go purple. Homo sapien versus Homo sapien. Well, this is what's happened. It's the great pacification of the nation, isn't it? Yeah. Now we got a nation of sissies and mamby-pambies. When we need years ago, we used to have fucking wars. Yeah, women used to build cannons and planes and shit, and we used to go off dropping these bombs and firing these cannons. This is what people did for something to do in the afternoon instead of watching the internet. This is if the internet goes, that's what's happening next. Self-judgment is worse. Yes, self-loathing, self-judgment. Basically, you gotta embrace who you are. Now, me, I've embraced who I am. I'm a product of civilization. I'm a product of society and British culture. As an unusual alternative lifestyle. Grew up at sea, then went to sea, then went off, done 1,000 different things for my life, traveled extensively, done a lot of stuff. But mostly, the truth is my favorite thing. And I want to do the greatest truth that ever was and splatter everybody's fucking mind right across the dashboard. Misread, yeah, gingers, ooh. Yeah. We love the gingers. Yeah. God watches through my eyes. Well, there is that, Mr. Marmite. That's the judge, isn't it? Apparently, when you get to be judged, you're going to go and sit. And guess who's sitting behind the table waiting for you? That's right, you. So, because no one else is going to give a fuck. It's you's got to be dealing with the stuff. It's your baggage. You got to own it. You got to own it. That's a part of it as well. That's another thing people like to do is pass the buck. Politicians. Oh, no, we didn't do that. It was them that did that. They always pass the buck. They're professionals at it. Thank you, India. AI clone, I think, is coming to save us. We're already here. Chocolate labs are people. Oh, do you think so, Lewis? Oh, shit. I was just going to have a fucking galaxy. Oh, no. Do I have boomerang on the back mat? Yeah, I got boomerang. And my knife and my voodoo mask up there, which I bought in West Africa when I was a young chap, which has been everywhere in the world with me. That I have many ships, many lives, and done a lot of stuff. It's got an upside down triangle on it. And when I bought it, got it off this dreadlock guy, he spoke in German. He went blut, like blood all over it. I was like, well, I'm not really big a supporter of the ivory trade, but I thought it might infuse magical properties, which it has. I moved out once and I gave, my friend grabbed my belongings, my few belongings, and that was in there. And he knocked my door at 2 a.m. and said, Mark, get this fucking voodoo mask out of my house. Don't ever let it go over my door again. Freaked the fuck out with the energy of what is in it. Couldn't handle it. It's a dude. It's an entity being living in there. I give it gold. I feed it gold. Yeah. But not my Scooby-Doo. That's my god Scooby-Doo. Okay. Used for hunting. Yeah, it is hunting. I got it in Texas. Jason gave it to me actually, and it's a hunting knife. It's beautiful. The best knife I've ever had, and I've had a few knives, but it was absolutely beautiful. What was beautiful is I was walking around Houston with this knife on my belt, yeah, and there was 2 coppers, and I literally, I was like, fuck me, what's going to happen now? And they literally tipped their hat to me, mad respect. Dude got a knife, yeah. Try the same thing in Britain and see what happens. You would be executed within 10 minutes if you tried that in Britain. It's just a different culture, crazy. Obviously, guns don't kill rappers. No, guns don't kill, rappers do. So no, it's not. It's the bullet that kills, isn't it? And it's the knife that kills. So you know. Anyway, forget what I just said. So Simo, what go on? Good to see you. And JT, yes. It's all bollocks. Everyone's got flu because it's fucking winter, same as every year. Mel, good to see you. So thank you, Hippie Shake. Thank you, dear, for doing that. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed my show tonight. I definitely think in one of the resets in the past, Hugh's joke was good today. Hugh tells the best jokes. Thanks, Indy. There, I just pinned that. Thanks, Hippie Dally. So yeah, I'll only be back in the week, and Flatter Day will be the 20th, I think. So it's coming up, and then we're going to be doing that that gathering over on Campbell's channel on the 21st. But I'm going to also do a solstice gathering. I may have some guests or something. We'll have to see. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, it's not something I normally do. Imagine if I just shot the link out and you could just click the link and join my show. Would you like that? I tried it before. No, there's no video frozen, Albert Billy. No man. So yeah, like this video. If you did like this video, that was my efforts for today. That's been flat today. Yeah, Tex has got his own thing going on. I love it myself. Especially them steaks and stuff. And they got the best margaritas from Bloody Mary's. Chat's working. Thanks, Alva. Thanks, Vibes. Thanks for being here. Let me just bring a few of you up. Now, I'm going to be going, like I said, I'll be back in the week. I've got loads more to share, actually. I just didn't want to share all in this video because I didn't want to do a 3-hour video. Because who's going to watch a 3-hour video? Actually, I haven't said that. Loads watch a 3-hour video. Sue, flat. It's so flat, it hurts. Manny Truth Seeker, Wiggly Flat Thumbs, Manage, and Wiggly Squiggly Flat Thumbs, Danny Cereal. What you do eat cereal, Danny? Stay away from them cornflakes, mate. They're anti-masturbatory. Yeah, they were invented by cornflakes to stop things going on. Is that the way to go? US loves Martin. Martin loves US. Always did and always will. Jeff Smith. Well, we're quite close to you, Wales. We're closer to you than Europe, in my mind. Because we're not very European, are we, in Wales? We're very, well, it's the same culture. We grew up with the same music, the same every fucking thing. I found that out when I went over. It's like, God, we've all listened to this. We all know the same stuff. We all know the same music. Quite a surprise, really. Vibes. There are some bands that I never heard of that were big in America, and some bands that the Americans never heard of either, like Echo and the Bunnymen. I thought they were super international. Missy, good to see you. And Voodoo Child, thanks for being here. And I mentioned Voodoo Child today, actually. I did. I mentioned Voodoo Child. Saying about how awesome it would be to have it played in the funeral, and would they put up with it? And should have been Voodoo Baby. And then I went on into like a weird like comic sketch about babies doing voodoo dolls on their parents. It's like, I fucking hate you. So, Miles Phillips. Voodoo's bad, like drugs. So anyway. And it only works if you believe it works. So there's that. Bit like my lucky Scooby-Doo. So if you've got a lucky Scooby-Doo, good for you. Okay. So yeah, this has been about dog-headed people and cryptids, and we're quite deep into the subject. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to come back. I'm going to go and make a nice cup of tea. I've been drinking Bovril, which is liquid meat. It's lovely. Stay epic, guys, and stay awesome. I'll be back very soon. Make sure to sub and all those groovy things. Did people have to pick up their own poop too? No, there's a trick to that, Voodoo Child, before I go. Yeah, I was going to do it for a YouTube video. Is when you see like a poo bag or a poo, It's like, ask somebody who's walking past to pick it up. Say, I've got a really bad back. Can you pick that shit up for me? And they'll go, oh, okay. Because British people are like awfully pleasant. And they, okay, I'll do that for you. It's like, where's the dog? Dog? I haven't got a dog. It's nothing to do with me. Because I hate people picking random shit up for you. Anyway, I've got my stink bombs to come soon. Okay, I'm trying to keep it down. Trying to behave in this world is really, really difficult. God, it's just like really weird, unbelievable corrupting influence. I don't even know why. It's just really weird. I'm a voodoo child. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child, yeah. Voodoo child, yeah. Thank you, Marianne. She's yiking me. Oh, Betty Watts. What's that? Wonderful presentation, many amazing things. Yes, there was. So, yeah, let's get our water generators. Why haven't we got one of them? I could make a cup of tea by a water generator. Purple haze all through my brain. Jimi Hendrix, there'll never be another Jimmy. Broke mold. Fucking love Jimi Hendrix stuff. Imagine a Jimi Hendrix in the modern day. They'd shit the beds, wouldn't they? They'd kill him in no time like they did with Bon Scott. Oh, no. No. Jimi Hendrix, oh, no. Gotta go. Michael Hutchins. Oh, fuck no. Get him off. Hey, off he goes. Kill him off. They shine too fucking bright. They go like this with a candle. Yes, Jimi Hendrix, Morgan Freemason. I know. Adolf Hitler is Walt fucking Disney. I know. Have a great weekend yourself, Matt. Thanks, man. Matt Crane in the house. Thank you for your wishes. Hope you wish you a good weekend as well. Happy Sunday. Happy Flat Day vibes. Thank you, Matt Crane. Okay, Wiggly Flat Firms. I'll see you on the next. Boom Shankle. May the seed of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. Stay epic. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do.